You know what they say, you be late for your own damn funeral or wedding. Sorry, guys, I was up. My niece called me, and then I'm multitasking, and I'm not doing a very good job. Well, I am doing a pretty good job. How are you guys? Rebel Rose, Cassandra, Twin Thing. Hey, Miss Carrie Pink, I just checking your message, and I was going to. I don't know if I wrote you back. Hold on a second. Let me. How are you guys doing on this? It is a beautiful Saturday. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick how pretty it is. I got my window open, my front window, the door on my screen, and I've got the kitchen window open. So I'm gonna have to turn my. I'm on my laptop, so I'm gonna turn it over. Take you guys. Let y'all see how beautiful it is here in the old South. Can y'all see that? Do you guys have snow? Anybody? I know I talked to somebody that did, and then in California, Northern California, you guys, they had like they were in for like 2 weeks. Hey, JB Quilt, they were in for like 2 weeks and couldn't like get out. I had to have somebody go in there and I'm gonna have to shut this. Check this out. So my aunt passed away. Anywho, I don't know when, but a couple years ago. But anyway, whenever she left my brother and I, because they never had children, uh, part of her stuff. Anyway, I went and bought this door, and you guys, y'all might have seen it. I had never seen one like this before. I love me a screen door, but this one, okay, so the screen is up here in the top. Let me see if you can turn this light on so you guys can see. So the screen is up here. So whenever it's shut and the window's not up, there's no screen on the top or bottom. See if you guys can see. There's no screen, but if you pull it down, shoot, hold on, I'm gonna be able to do it with one hand. Okay, if you pull it down, then you start seeing the screen. Isn't that cool? So the screen's at the top, so it kind of like rolls up. I just love that about the small things in life that make me happy. How are you guys doing? Can y'all believe the bullshit? Okay, so I went back last night and read chat. Okay, uh, I could not, and people were telling me in chat, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Hey, Ninja Orchid, I hadn't seen you in a while. Rambling Rome, I did not see that. That bitch, I cannot. Well, I can believe it, but I don't want to believe it. You guys, who does that crap, man? Who says she's gone? Okay, listen. There is no way that bitch can say oops or I accidentally. There's nothing that she's gone. It's pretty damn. I mean, that's what it is. The excuse she used. Did you got the good onion? Hey, sugar, Safari Dream Pugs. I'm gonna make. Okay, let me tell you guys what I'm doing. I got chicken spaghetti. I got my chicken already boiled, and I'm going to tear it apart here in a little bit. I'm gonna make chicken spaghetti. If you guys ever had it, it's not like I made before. That was $1 million spaghetti. This is just chicken spaghetti. And then I'm making a. Where's my box? It was gonna be strawberry, but I don't have strawberry jello, so I'm making it's a cherry limeade, cherry limeade. It's a cherry limeade poke cake. Poke it. Anyway, you make the cake mix, and then you poke holes in it, and you pour jello over the top of it, and then you top it with Cool Whip and put it in the refrigerator and let it marinate. Now I forgot to buy Cool Whip, so I'm gonna make some. I got heavy whipping cream, but we're gonna do that after we get through talking about freaking sloppy Molly and freaking just. So he knew. Don't you think guys think that he knew when uh I got that last night. I was reading it, and Sarah that moment, and I asked her if she passed, and she told me. Oh yeah, and yeah, she freaking. They knew her. Okay, y'all remember last year? Her and hey, Bad Apple, her and Princess went to we're Comic Con, whatever they're going to see, 90s Com or whatever. Sandy Gant, and if you remember, she got mad at Princess because he was drinking and wanted to go out the second night, and they met Scott Baio and all that crap. So, man, she is so like a groupie. Isn't she like a groupie? I mean, she's too damn old to be a groupie. Somebody should tell her. Gosh, my hair is bouffant. Um, so she went last year. So they've had this plan. I was told they had this planned, and they just didn't want anybody to know because she knew it would make her look bad. Hey, Running Bear, she knew it would make her look bad, Safari Dream, that if she freaking was going and doing something. So they say they say that they're staying in Connecticut, and it may be close to the hospital to New Jersey to where mother's at. I don't know, but that's not why they're staying in Kentucky. I mean Kentucky, Connecticut. They're staying there because that's where the damn thing is that they're going. You know, 90s con or whatever it is. Was it content listing design? Yeah. Oh yeah. With the way I'm going to tell you, and he also told her. Let me grab a Kleenex. He also told her uh, that he didn't want her using him for content. You know, whenever he was sick, one of the times whenever he was sick and stuff, you know, he said he didn't want her for what didn't want her using him for content. Just as I'm sure her mother. And did y'all notice that Princess asked her the other day when she was talking about her mom? Somebody in chat asked her whenever they were. He had his phone number on there. And people were calling in. People, she was somebody in chat asked her how her mom was doing, and she started telling about they had said that it had moved to her on her backbone or something. And he said, "Is your mom okay?" So something's been said for him to have asked that. I think. I don't know. I think. Uh, so let me put my little, fair use stuff up here real quick just to cover my butt. Oh, hold on. I was going to be all like organized and shit like that before I went live, but look, I strive to do it. Like I said yesterday, I fall on my face. Okay, I think this is a lottie kind of day. Freaking sloppy Molly. I can't believe you guys that she did that. I mean, I can believe it, but okay, so whenever I worked or whatever when I was younger, I mean, I've worked my whole life since I was 16. I've always like had a job. So, whenever you slough off work because you hung over or whatever, I had friends that said, "Oh, I'm gonna say my mom had a wreck or my aunt." I never could do that because I was so damn scared that it would come true, that I would jinx myself. And, so I never like involved my family in my, my lies from getting off work or whatever. I couldn't do it. I couldn't imagine saying now my mother died. And I mean, wow. There is a special place in hell for her, and the Satan is saving her a freaking chair right beside his. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I mean, she is. I'm gonna play this very. Is heavy handed whenever they go to give her tips or whatever. Because whenever it wasn't not long ago, a month or so ago. Hey, Lemon Drop, her mother. I mean, she was talking about her mother and acting like she was crying. I can't remember what it was about. Be fair. Hey, Ginger, like, did they win? Did your daughter then win? Oh my God. Okay, you guys. Ginger likes mom. Mercedes girl thing. I have another surgery coming up, but my daughter's playing again. I love these. Oh, not play. How they're playing. Somebody else's kid is playing. Ginger likes. Please tell me it's not this your port issue again. That it's something different. Change of attitude. Molly's live when she doesn't even need to. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look, Molly's pissed off that she doesn't have the whatever Mallory. Okay, Mallory just puts it out there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. She expects it. Marissa has tried to do that, but it don't. Hey, Rachel Wolf, it don't roll off her tongue, and she feels awkward, and that's because Mallory don't get. One thing about when Mallory and I were friends, and we were, I was in her chat all the time and stuff. She right when she started her wish list, she had a bottle of perfume, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Sarah Jessica Parker. It may have been. Kate Spade. Anyway, she had that on her wish list. And whenever she got it, you guys, when she went live to thank whoever sent it to her, I just want you to know that I teared up listening to her. She talked about how, I don't know if you guys. Every time I go to talk and tell y'all something, I go off on damn stories. And I'm sorry, my live goes woo squirrel squirrel, but I feel like it's pertinent these stories. So anyway, Mallory has told about she used to be a hairdresser, I think in Chicago, and did really well, and was doing really well, and then when the economy changed, then she had to sell everything, and anyway, she moved back home. So the finer things of life, as in perfume, she got to, she just decided to quit doing, did away with, more important things. You want to eat and have electricity, more important. So anyway, when she got that perfume, you guys, she was so humble and emotional telling her story. I mean, it really, you just, so anyway, appreciative. Let me just say that she was very, very appreciative. Like her or not like her, whatever. It's the truth. She was so appreciative. And, it just like, she may expect it, but she was very appreciative. I have never seen Sloppy Molly act like that. As a matter of fact, she's so uh damn aloof about that. When she first started her wish list, you guys, she put shit on there just to see if she would get it, like a damn some bagpipes. Don't know how to play them, has no idea how to play them, but just thought it would be cool to have a set, whatever you call them, a pair set. I don't know. So somebody sent her some bagpipes. She opens them on live and doesn't know beans from bologna about how. And I'm sure they probably got threw away because let me tell you, she don't have clutter. I mean, I've got stuff. I have, I could be a hoarder. I could be, but my family used to make me say that I am a reformed hoarder, and maybe repeat stuff. So, but Marissa is not going to keep anything around. She's very quick to throw stuff away. Whenever I went to Dallas, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these. They're called Lamborghinis, and I got turned on to them when I lived in Baton Rouge years ago. But they're if you like candles, you'd like Lamborghinis. So they start from like $30 to $500, depending on what But you get this oil, and it comes from Paris. They originated in Paris. I want y'all to see something. Oh, he got down. He knew he does not like, my cat does not like the camera or the video. So he knew, he heard me. So he got down. He's so freaking cute. What do you see, Poppy? I don't even see him. Oh, there you are. Hey, Poppy, did you see a dang squirrel out there? Did you see a squirrel in that backyard? Get that damn squirrel, Thomas. Get that squirrel, Poppy. I love him. Anyway, so they originate from Paris. And anyway, you put the oil down in here that has the long wick, and this is like, it's like a little cold. When this gets hot, when you light it, it gets hot. Gosh, that smells so good. You let it burn for a couple minutes, and this thing gets hot, red hot. So you let this burn for 2 minutes, then you blow it out, and you put this on it, which is like a little diffuser. It has holes in it. Anyway, and then whenever you get the smell is good, you snuff it out with the solid cap. So anywho, she and there's so different styles of them. Anyway, so I had bought her one and got her and the oil, like the oil, she likes floral. So I tried to get what I thought she would like. The juice that goes in them is like $30 for a bottle. Anyway, I took it to her when we went to Dallas. Well, when her luggage was like a small, she had it so she could do carry on. I think I did. I did a under the plane and a carry on. But anyway, it was packaged in a box and all that. She said, I can't take that back. And I said, why? She said, I don't have room in my luggage. And I said, oh, okay. So she had me bring it back to Texas after to Mississippi. She had me, okay. She wanted to smell it, so I had to take it out of the box and show her how to work it and all that. And then I had to like pour the oil. It was a pain in the ass. And then bring it back to here and then ship it to her because she didn't bring a big enough suitcase. Okay, she could have took it on carry on. Anywho, it don't matter. It just pissed me off. So I can guarantee. So gave her that, and then I also gave her some of this. I'm gonna show you guys. It's a small bottle of it's laundry detergent for like negligees or your bra and panties or your sheets or whatever you want to smell good. It's Glamorous Wash. Anyway, it was a smaller bottle of this. And so months later, okay, I'm on the phone with her and Tiffany Marie because, you know, if you're on the phone with her, you usually are on a three-way or four-way. And she starts like bitching, telling me that, you know, she didn't know how to work this damn, and I can't say check because I ain't got my glasses on. She didn't know how to work that damn thing that I got her. And anyway, had thrown it away. And it was very expensive. I couldn't believe it because she had put this in it instead of the oil that goes in it. This is for the washing machine. I put a little bit in my mop water whenever I mop it, but it's not burnable. I mean, this is like flammable. You know what I mean? What a freaking, I'm on, like my daddy used to say, easy come, easy go. You know what I mean? Easy come, easy go. You know, whenever you work for shit and I don't know, things, you know, guys, some people just don't care. But anyway, okay, let's see. She don't, oh, I bet she don't wash her drawers. I bet she don't. She says she sleeps in a bra all the time, which I guess with them to-go biddies, she's got to. No, she's not right. She's not right. Mhm. And then, you know, somebody was saying the other day about her sunglasses, about, oh, everybody gets sunglasses. I said, I wrote Jade, it was nonsense. I said, hell, I didn't get no sunglasses. I got a damn little plastic turtle dove that come with a card that said, I've got a turtle dove and you've got a turtle dove. Every time I look at it, I'll think of you, or some shit like that, some corny shit that you do when you're like, you know, in high school or something like grade school, middle school. Not when you're in your 50s. Anyway, I don't know or believe that bitch had a turtle dove hanging from her rearview mirror of her whatever kind of vehicle she's got. Not trail. What is it called? Whatever that SUV thing is. Whatever she's a Land Rover or whatever, Range Rover. I don't know or believe she had a damn a plastic turtle dove hanging from her damn rearview mirror. Sorry, just don't believe it. So I didn't intend for this to happen, but you know, because I had to bring the damn Lamborghini home, I'm not. That's not why. The damn turtle dove got broke in my suitcase on the way home, and I threw it in the garbage. Yeah, I probably could have tried to glue it back, but let's just be real. I had no intentions of hanging it from my rearview mirror to start with. Okay. So I had told Two Tacos and Enchilada about the turtle dove because I had mentioned it, and Two Tacos said, "No way, she gave you that," because you know they were there too, at the same trip. And I said, "Yeah." She said she regifted that. That was she said Mary O either gave it to her. Anyway, that was a regift. So so Gingerlock's mom, I don't know if she's still in here. Uh, she had, you know, used to be friends with her also. But anyway, Marissa regifted something to her daughter, and it was a regift. It had the card in the damn box. Anyway, I'm sure my damn turtle dove was one of one. It wasn't if it was a pair, somebody else had the other one. Okay. And they gave that bitch the one that she was supposed to be hanging from her rearview mirror. Okay. She didn't have the other one. Anyway, when Two Tacos and crap pulled their crap, they told Marissa that I broke the turtle dove. And you should have seen that Love of Scorpio, that bitch that was on panel whenever Justin and them was talking about my hoo-ha. And you should have heard the way Marissa, she threw it away. You guys, she does crafts. Don't tell me she didn't have any glue. Made a huge deal out of that. You know what I mean? Like she did whenever she was crying. Not as dramatic as she was with Mallory. When Mallory left the language of, hey, Mallory's in here. Hey, Mallory. Sorry, thank you guys. Okay, Cassandra, language of horses. Did we email language of horses? Maybe not. Beth, J-Dub. I don't believe she has lost that much weight. Well, hell, if she keeps on taking damn Chinese laxatives, I think that she, you know, eats and takes drinks that stuff. I don't know. I don't want to be honest with you guys. I don't like shit. I don't like shit. So I'm not big on laxatives. You know what I mean? I don't like having to go, and you know what I mean. So, and she better be careful because you know when you do stuff like that, abuse laxatives, and you get older, you already have the tendency to, you know, have constipation problems when you get older. But if you abuse laxatives when you're younger, you really have a problem. I hope she gets it so damn impacted that she can't, her damn fucking eyes turn brown. And I hope she has to go to the doctor and they have to freaking dig it out. And I hope they got long ass fingernails. I see you, nurse 14. I said, Williams Dragon. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody ought to put a damn humble pie in her face and everything. Yeah. Bedazzled put back. Yeah, I saw that last night, you guys. Xena with fire. When I went back and read, did you see my message earlier? Molly posted in Patreon this morning. No, let me go back up there. Molly posted in Patreon this morning. Let me go. Hey, nonsense. Change of attitude. Let me get up there. Daily. Okay, let's see. She posted in Patreon this morning that she's gone on to Connecticut and her stepdad has it wrong. Did no freaking way. I mean, I'm grateful for her mother that's the. You've got to be kidding me. You guys, she is such. Okay, hey Zero Jules. Hey, my email is barnyardhard@gmail. Will you email me? Anyway, girl, listen. If she has a Patreon left after this shit, if there's some idiots stupid enough to stay in her Patreon, they are just that damn idiots. I would be furious if I was in her damn Patreon and had special places. Isn't that's oh my god, that should be so like against terms of service. What's the difference between that, her doing this crap, and Diane saying that she was donate all of her donations was going to St. Jude and not giving it to St. Jude? I mean, what's the difference? I gosh, you got can y'all believe that she is that damn sorry? Language enforcement. No. Okay, right on. Let's see. Safari Drake, I gotta tell you. So I went back and read my, the chat last night, and I gosh, that's when I realized that y'all were telling me in chat that, hey, Ruby, I know we emailed that about her doing that, but I didn't see it until after I got off and I was watching Unirock. But anyway, somebody had wrote and told me that they had emailed me, but I had never. So I did this morning before I got up. I went through all my emails. You guys, I found 4 emails buried that I had not from people I had not. So I took care of that. Let me just tell you what I hate about anytime I order something, or anytime they always want, oh, you can get 10% off, 15, 20% off, but you have to give them your day. I hate that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create just an email for that kind of shit because I have 2 emails. I have my personal email and then the one I have attached to my YouTube. Uh, and I went back and forth. You know what I mean? Molly has been making sure to tell, hey, Mallory, can we I'm not gonna run my mouth, but hmm, can I repeat what J Dubs told me yesterday? Just what J Dubs told me about her being triggered, and so I can't. You didn't say. I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna tell you business, but let's just say this, you guys. Mallory has got her triggered AF because she hadn't heard from her since all this started, but she got a text yesterday. I'm not gonna say what it's about because that's Mallory's story to tell. But just know that she is she texts Mallory. Sorry, Mallory, I hope you're not mad, but gosh, what a wretched bitch. I would be so scared to like lie. I mean, that's just like sorry. That's like that people that say their kids are sick, man, and doing GoFundMe. It's no damn different. Unirock needs to get on this. This is another fraud alert. He needs to get on this and let's blow her out of the water. She makes Letitia look good, doesn't she? MGL made. Oh yeah, she made all this up so people would give her money. Oh, okay. Let me back up. Put it in reverse. Finish what I was starting a while ago. So she not long ago she was boohooing a little. Oh, thank you, Mallory. Hey, Carla, about her friends, Grandma Sherry, or hey, Rhett's mom. No, girl, just me being squirrel and talking about how Sloppy Molly. Okay, well, you did miss this. I don't know if you know this, Rhett's mom, but Nunya, the good Nunya, just said that she put in Patreon this morning that she got to Connecticut, but she talked to her stepfather, and guess what? It had not went to her brain. He was wrong. So that was a lie too. I don't know, Sandy, why Justice. I don't know, but well, I'll tell you why. Because he's just as sorry as she is, and you need to watch my live from yesterday. Because listen, uh, prior to my to him, I don't know what you don't know, but Justice is just as sorry as she is. He talked he talked so ugly in reference to me, so ugly and vile. It was ridiculous. Let's just say she texted me in an attempt to intimidate me, and it didn't go the way she thought it would go. Yeah, yeah. Nonsense. Okay, so so Justice is on panel with her when she is trying to ruin me. You are a donkey. Okay, I don't know who Pardini, but let me just say, baby, I've been called worse than a donkey. So is it a miniature or regular? But let me just say this. Gosh, I gotta quit saying that because it sounds like her. Let me tell you something. You want me to tell you something? Um, crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hey, Miss Lee, how are you? Carly, Miss Lee, you didn't miss anything except for me being a squirrel. I'm gonna make a cake after a while and chicken spaghetti. But wow, wow, wow. What was I saying? Let me go back. Let me go back up here and chat, and I'll remember so I can tell y'all. I have not been taking my Adderall because let me just tell you, you can't hardly get it. The damn pharmacies. When I went to the doctor in December, because I go every 3 months to my doctor for that, uh, and I have to go to the mental health place, which I don't. It's probably a good thing that I go there, but like regular physicians won't write it if you're an adult. Uh, for it, you have to go to a they're so strict on because it's a Schedule 2. Anyway, um, so the mental this psychiatrist I see, uh, he used to like give me hell because I take an ER and a regular. I've been taking it for like 25 years, a long time. And anyway, he was like, do you think you need to? And I said, so he changed my milligram, lower my milligram, which I whatever, I'm fine with it. Anyway, in December when I went, he says, "Are you having trouble getting these filled?" And I said, "No, because I only get them filled once a month." So he sent my prescriptions into CVS. We have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and our prescription, going our insurance, they go through CVS, but we only use CVS for like my husband's inhalers and my Adderall, just the things that are like expensive, the medicines. Our regular medicine we get from like a mom and pop pharmacy here in town. Anyway, I go to CVS pick my prescription up because he e-scribed them. And when I got there, she's like, "Oh, we don't have." I actually got a text that said they received my prescriptions. They would text me when they got filled. So the next day, I hadn't got a text, and I went in, and they said, "Oh, we're not able to. There's a shortage. We can't get them filled." And I said, "My doctor told me about that." So I called around to every pharmacy. I called probably 20 different pharmacies. Nobody had any. Now let me just tell y'all something. They said all ADH medicine was like that. Concerta, all of it. It's not just Adderall. That's a damn racket. That is a racket. And I'm going to tell you, I know a few children in my family that when they don't have it, let's just say this, I want to beat their asses. I mean, that you can tell when they don't have it. You know what I mean? When they, it's so anyway, the doctor had been asking me, "Are you sure you need?" So whenever I went in the other day, he said, "If I ever ask you if you're sure that you need," he said, "remind me of this visit." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And he said, "You have?" I said, "No, hadn't had any." I said, "Because I can't hardly get it filled." I said, "And I only got one." I had to drive, so I called a pharmacy up by my mom's, which is a little over 2 hours away, that I used to when I lived there, and they said, yeah, they could get it, one of them. So I called, had to go and have them e-scribe it there. Anyway, drive up there, go in there to get it. We don't have any. So anyway, it's just crazy. So I just think that's a damn racket because listen, all they got to do is freaking mix the shit up and pour it in a little, however they make it. I mean, come on, you guys. It's a racket. And I can imagine children. It's just, plus I got a letter, we got a letter in December from our insurance saying that they weren't going to cover that anymore. But I don't know, guys. It's just I can't stand talking about this kind of shit, medicine and the United States and how it is. And I used to think, God, I wish I lived in Canada, but I've talked to some people from Canada, and I mean, they've got their it's got its pros and cons too. I'm missing everything in chat, sitting here flapping my jaws as usual. Okay, let's see. Blank slate. Jacqueline White. Hello, babe. I'm glad you're new, babe. Welcome. This is like smorgasbord, like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. But here lately, I can tell you what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of sloppy Molly and Justice for All. I know what I was saying a while ago. Justice for All. He is just as bad as her, because Georgia girl, because he whenever she was attempting to humiliate me and try to ruin me, he's on panel. Hey, Tooties, he's on panel with her. And I played it yesterday, the live yesterday. Somebody condensed the way I played it, and the little video I played yesterday is not how it was on the live, okay? But it was from the same live. This person condensed him saying all the things that he said, which was quite a bit. And I don't even know what he called it. He called my hoo-ha so many different names, and he thought it was hilarious. He was laughing. So if you want to like be a Molly supporter and you don't want to go against the grain, sitting up there and keeping your mouth shut is one thing. But when you join in to being vile and ugly, I'm sorry. To me, you're a piece of shit too. Because I mean, if he wanted to support her, he could have set his ass up there and kept his mouth shut. Actually, what he should have done was text her or call her behind the scenes and say, "Hey, girl, that ain't cool. That ain't making you look good. Talking about another woman, much less somebody used to be your friend." That's what he should have done. But no, he joined suit. And that wasn't the only time he did it. He did it 2 or 3 times after that. And I just want to say this: I had always been nothing but kind to him. I'd always spoke to him, never given him a reason to go at me like that ever. So I don't give. I used to want to think that he's just sucked in like a bunch of other people got sucked in. That he's just a victim. Sorry, I don't think he's a victim anymore. And then he, goes in Mallory's chat when she makes the announcement that she's leaving, and he's, all up her ass, and then calls Marissa's like, "Did you hear? Did you see the live Mallory did?" Just stirring the damn pot. So, you know, you get what you give, and I just hope that I'm around to see it when they get it. That's what I hope. Hey, Flora, how are you, baby? Hey, hippie poor. I saw you the other day, and I didn't get to speak to you, so. Hello, hey, jet setter. He is odd. He is odd. Maybe it's from being working in a. I mean, he works in a morgue too. You know what I mean? He does the makeup and stuff on people. So he's a hustler, I guess. He volunteers for hospice. His husband is a physician, and he's from I think India. No, yeah, over. What's the word I'm trying to think? He's either from India or Iraq. I can't remember. But anyway, and the only reason I know this is because Marissa was talking about how tacky his decor was in his home. Sandy, thank you. It's okay. Look, I was pissed just because not because, you know, whatever, the pictures, whatever, because I just couldn't figure out, because when she started describing these pictures, I knew that I hadn't sent them. Okay. I knew that I had not sent them pictures. I knew that. I wasn't worried about that. But when she was describing some of them, before I married my husband, I had a boyfriend, and we would send each other some pictures, and I still had them. And anyway, so I figured out how they got them, and that's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off, and I mean, that wasn't all that pissed me off. I mean, I didn't appreciate her doing it, but I just look at it like this: I know the truth. I know the truth, and I'm not being ugly when I say this to you guys, but most people want to believe the worst. So I really didn't feel like there was even no sense in confirming or denying anything, because people want to usually believe the worst. And it wouldn't really matter if you think that I would do something like that, then you're going to think that I'm lying when I deny it or whatever. So I don't owe anybody an explanation. My husband knows the truth. I know the truth. And that's all, you know what I mean? I'm good with, yeah, Middle Eastern. That's it, JJ. So that's where I'm coming from. And I knew that, my daddy always said the cream rises to the top, and I am definitely some cream. And I knew that it would, take care of itself, and it did, as far as like running its course. But I appreciate your sentiments. I do. I had so many people support me, and it was humbling, and it was very I was very relieved because there was a whole lot more that stood up against her than that. You know what I mean? So that made me feel good that I'm not amongst a bunch of heathens. Oh, I love you, Ginger Locks. And I did not see your. I'll call you later. I didn't see what you said if you answered my question a while ago. Uh, oh, he's not a doctor. Oh, let me get back up here and see. Hey, Paige Davis. Hey, Daly. Okay, let's see. Justin's husband is not a doctor. They own a head shop. Really? That's a long way from a freaking physician. Really now? Well, that little lying bastard, he is just like her. Okay, let's see what Mallory says. Yes, I was still willing to go be on good terms with Molly professionally on the platform, of course, but I just don't want anything else to do with that whole. Yeah, I don't blame you. And Mallory, I know I know I mean, Marissa's not a good friend or to anyone. Anyone. She thinks she is, I guess. Hey, Christina. But she's not. She doesn't possess. I am convinced that she does not possess empathy, and she just doesn't have it in her to give. I mean, really. I mean, hell, she's willing to throw her own son, get pissed at her over a haircut, and look, anybody lie about their mama like that? Mm-mm, mm-mm. She's sorry as the day is long. She's a waste of skin, man. Waste of skin. God should have put that on somebody else. He shouldn't even wasted his time. The best part of her ran down her damn mama's leg. Yeah, she did force you. Absolutely, she did, Mallory. She did. I'm looking. Oh, girl, you're gonna love those cinnamon rolls, Wildflower. I'm telling you. I bought some last night. I ran to the grocery store, and I asked my husband this morning at 2:30. I woke him up because if he wanted me to fix them so he could take them to work, I needed to get them started. And I said, hey, do you want cinnamon? You want to take cinnamon rolls to your guys at work? And he said, cinnamon rolls. He said, no, I'll just go buy crystals. And I said, okay. So I texted his mother and said, I was going to make them today, but you guys, if y'all haven't done the TikTok cinnamon rolls, I'm here to tell. I will never make cinnamon rolls different than this. I'm going to show you. So you can either get the grands or the off brand or any kind. These are, but you have to put them in just a regular cinnamon roll. You have to put them, give them a little space because they get huge. And so you put them in a pan. I always spray mine, but you put them in a pan. And you want them, they can be touching, but not like crammed in there, okay? So a big enough pan for that. And you set the icing aside, and you take heavy whipping cream, and you pour it on top of the cinnamon rolls before they're cooked until like they're like halfway up the cinnamon roll. Mm, mm, mm. And then you take, it just depends. I don't ever measure anything. I think it calls for a stick of butter. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't measure anything. If I got a half a stick in there, I use that. So I think the recipe calls for a stick of butter. You melt it in the microwave and you add, let's just say, a half a cup of brown sugar. I don't know the recipe. Brown sugar and cinnamon. And you stir it up till it's kind of not runny, but a thick paste kind of. And you pour that. And I always toast some nuts, and I put that in my brown sugar mixture, but the recipe didn't call for it. Then you pour that over the heavy whipping cream and cinnamon roll, and you put aluminum foil on it, really tight, and you bake it for about 30 minutes. And you take the aluminum foil off, and then you brown them. And let me just tell you, they get so big. And you guys, when you first take them out, or this is my experience, when you first take it out, even after you brown it, they're first when you take out that it's going to be a little when it's hot, it's going to be a little juicy, but that it turns to caramel like before your eyes. I usually don't even put the icing on it. I usually just throw the icing away because they're so damn good. You guys, I'm not kidding. They are freaking. And if you use the grand cinnamon rolls, hell, you better get a 13 by 9. Those suckers get huge. I will never make cinnamon rolls another way. Everybody I make for them, they love them. So my mother-in-law loves them, and she's been sick. So I told her in the morning I was going to make her. But now you can, I guess you can heat them. I guess they're okay if you heat them up, but they don't last around here long enough to like reheat. They don't last. And if they are some left over, I usually give it to my neighbors or something because I don't, I just like them fresh. So yeah, wildflower, you're gonna love them. TikTok do it. I got a good recipe. There's a thing. I can't remember what. I'll have to go back through my feed and stuff to see it. But I've got some shitty recipes, but I've got some real good ones. And if you guys are like, you know, like cauliflower, there is. I love it. You get the whole head of cauliflower. You take the stem and the little leaves off, and you get a big pot of water. Salt it really good, and you put the head of the cauliflower in the water while you're preheating your oven to 400. You put the head of cauliflower in the water, boiling water for 4 or 5 minutes. Take it in while you're got it in the water. Now, once again, I do different. I put a half a cup of mayonnaise in a bowl, panko breadcrumbs. They're like the crunchy panko, Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper, whatever. And where you make a paste, and when you get the cauliflower out of the water, you put it in a small baking dish. You spread all that stuff on top of it, and you put it in the damn oven. And then when you take it out, you slice it, and it's like a steak with goodness on there. Now, the original recipe did not call for mayonnaise. I think it called for yogurt or something. I don't know, but yeah, I like me some mayonnaise, so I improvise. But you guys, it's so good. Matter of fact, I took some pictures of it. I'm gonna see if I can pull it and I'll show you guys. So good. Uh, and they say it's healthy. It's kind of like healthy. I'm sure my version's not. But do you guys know what panko is? You know what I'm talking about? It's like breadcrumbs, except they're crunchy. I heard there's a grapevine. Let's see what Bad Apple said. I heard there's a grapevine. He's not a doctor. Okay, all right. Well, he sure lied. Okay, so let me just tell you, and I think Marissa probably knows he's lying too, but somebody, so word, people's heard that because somebody said something one night about one day when he was about him being a doctor, and he said he didn't want to answer that question. So freaking a damn head shop. Oh, Lord, hell, justice may not even be. Now, I believe that he works at the funeral home. I believe he does makeup for. I believe that because I think he practices on his damn self. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's see. Cauliflower, baked cauliflower. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, and you can also, and this is what I did the last time. I just remind I boiled did it in the water for the 4 or 5 minutes. And when I took it out before I put it in my pan, I cut it up because I wanted all the little pieces because the way doing it, round like that, you only get on the outside. I wanted to so I cut it up and put it in a bigger pan, and I put the stuff on top of that. So like you got more of the good crunchy cheesy stuff than you did if you was just round and whole. But let me see if I can find. Okay, here's a picture of it. It's called whole roasted. Oops, come on, picture. My husband loves it too. I turned my sister on to it. My mom not too crazy about it, but I gotta tell you guys. So whenever I moved up north, my husband, his brother had married a Spanish girl, and all her family. So they become my family when we moved up there. And the mother, she taught me how to make tortillas and conchita. Spanish. I love that food. Well, um, we would go start, we'd go fishing and stuff, and I talked to my mom or whatever. I said, "Hey, mom," I said, we went fishing, and I said, "I'm gonna make how fish tacos tonight." And this is so funny. She said, "Ever since you okay, this is a picture of it. Let me see if I can. That's the cauliflower hole." She said, "My goodness," she said, "ever since you moved up north," she said, "you make tacos out of everything, don't you?" I died out laughing because I said, "At the moment, it got nothing to do with where I live. It's who I live around." You know what I mean? But yeah, I love me a fish taco with some tartar sauce. Well, that doesn't surprise me. I guess that he's a liar, pants on fire, just like Sloppy. No wonder they're good friends. Zero Jules, big birds of subject yesterday. I can't believe. Yeah. So Zero Jules, whenever you said you lost your channel, was it because of Sloppy Molly? Is that why you lost what you had told me in the message? Is it because of Sloppy Molly the reason you lost your channel? My opinion on it. I agree. MGL did how he wrong, but they both scam and say terrible stuff. My God, what she said about the Gina Diamond lady was sick, trash talking her own kind. Okay, I mean, yeah. Well, she did an apology video, and that goes uh back to you know I'm just not gonna say anything. I got spiked the like. I you know it is what, at least you did a video. That's a hell of a lot. I mean, an apology video. That's a hell of a lot more than Sloppy Molly will ever do. You'll never see that bitch apologize. Not for nothing. How are you? You'll never see that bitch apologize. You guys, let me just tell you, for the ones that don't know that are in here, let me tell you how scamming sorry she is. Okay, so I told the story yesterday about somebody asked me how I become friends with her. So I joined her Patreon. I'd been following her, watching her, and joined her Patreon, and had been in her Patreon for almost 3 months. And I got an email from her, and we had not talked, but I would go and chat. She knew I joined her Patreon. We would talk whenever she would go live or whatever. I'd be in chat. But as far as like texted or anything like that, it hadn't happened. She sent me an email wanting my address so she could send me something, and it was that 8x10 signed photograph of herself from the 80s. Anyway, I am going to take it to the country when I go up next week, and we're going to put it in the freaking garden. I'm going to laminate it before I leave, and we're going to put it in the damn garden as a scarecrow. We sure are. I'm going to take pictures for you guys. But anyway, she so she sent me that email. So I sent her my address. But before she had time, before all that transpired, I logged on to Facebook one day and I had a friend request from her. Okay. There's nothing attached, nothing from my Facebook is attached to my YouTube. No names are completely, you know what I mean? So I accepted it. You know what I mean? I accepted it. So later on in the friendship, she told me that she thought that I was a makeup mobster, that I was just, I was going in as a mole, that I was really makeup mobster. And that's why she looked me up and shit. Okay, on Facebook. But whatever. Whatever. So we become friends on Facebook. So, and I never really called her that much. She would call, or we would be in a group text, but the name on my credit card is not the name that I go by. It's not the same name on my debit card, and it's not the name that I go by if people are talking to me. Okay, it's my professional, my professional name, because everybody has nicknames, but that name is just not one that's it wasn't on my card. So whenever I was in John Crime's live one day, and she was friends with Tiffany Marie, and John hates Tiffany, and so somebody had screenshot that I was in this chat. She calls me up and confronts me, and I said, "Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to tell me where to go. Nobody's going to tell me where. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't talking shit on you. Nobody's going to tell." And she starts screaming, saying, "Do you realize how he's done Tiffany Marie?" I said, "Yeah, but that has nothing to do with me." And she says, "I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to tell me the truth." I said, "Well, I always do. So I'm just going to tell you how sorry she is. And I don't have proof of this. I probably could prove it, but I know it to be true because I know the truth, what happened. I know what I've done and what I haven't done." So she is, a life coach. But at the time, she actually said that she had clients other than her Patreons. She used to, when I first started talking to her, she lived in New Jersey, but she would go downtown a couple days a week and work in an office there in life coach. And then there's apps. Now I, don't know anything about this, but there's apps that you can download, and you can go through an app service and hire a life coach like that. Okay. So when she's pissed off at me because I told her I'd go where I wanted to, she says, "I'm going to ask you something. I want you to tell me the truth." I said, "I'm going to. I always do." She says, "Prior to you joining my Patreon, did you try to hire me as a life coach?" And I said, "No." She said, "Think about what you say before you answer." I said, "I don't have to. I know what I've done and what I haven't done." No. She says, I said, "Marissa, I've never even thought about hiring a life coach. Never even crossed my mind, ever. Matter of fact, I mean, I knew what a life coach was, but she was the first one that when I, started following her, she was the first one that I like really knew like that. You know what I mean? I'd heard of life coaches, but I mean, it's just not something you do in the South. You know what I mean?" Uh, so I said, no. And she says, I'm going to send you something. So she does this while we're on the phone. She sends me a screenshot to my text me a screenshot of her email where, like, if you email somebody and it's not a good email address and they send you back a mailer demon or whatever saying this was not a good address. So it was that. And it says this, Molly Goliath LLC. Okay, Betty dot my last name, client number, and some numbers. Anyway, from an app, a life coaching app. So she said she sent me that, and she said, I said, I don't know what that is, but had my name in the email saying, and she said, that's where you tried to go through one of the apps. I said, Marissa, I did not do that. Listen, first of all, I have no reason to lie to you. If I tried to hire you or thought about hiring you for a life coach, bitch, I would have told you. Why would I lie and hide? And also, I mean, I never used her for a life coach and never even thought about it. And when we first started talking on the phone, she used to tell me, "Oh my God, you could be. Have you ever thought about being a life coach? You're so full of wisdom. You would be a great." This is what the shit she told me. So why would she think that I would have, first of all, if I was going to hire a life coach, I would hire someone from the South or someone that could understand my lingo and my accent, not some get crazy bitch like she is. You know what I mean? But anyway, I said, I don't appreciate you calling me a liar. And she said, well, I don't appreciate you being a liar. Anyway, we got into it really bad. I get on the phone, we hang up on each other. And when my husband come home from work, I telling him about it, and I said, I was still like talking about it when we were eating dinner. He said, "Why aren't you fucking worried about it?" I said, "Because I saw what she sent me, and it was obviously my name, and I don't know how, because I know I've never tried to go through an app to hire her or any kind of life. But I'm gonna tell you what she did. So, she advertises, if you join her Patreon, you get 30 minutes free every month, life coaching. If you want to exercise, if not, you can just talk crap. Okay. So what she was doing was, and at the time she didn't have but like 10 Patreon. She was turning okay. So this is how. So prior to this, she would be talking about her clients and stuff, and she said a couple of times on a live or maybe on the phone or whatever. I can't remember where I heard, but I heard her say that people would, because she'd say, "Oh shit, I've got a client calling me in 1 hour." They went through an app. They would go through the app. They would pick her as the life coach, and then they would set a time. Then she would, if she life coached that person, she would bill the app service or whatever, and then they paid her once a month. So what she was doing, you guys, was double dipping, is what I call it. She was sending her these life coaches. She worked with two different app companies. She was sending them the names of her Patreons that she was life coaching us. The 30 minutes that she offered free for being in the Patreon, and she was getting so they were reimbursing her when she's already fucking getting paid. I'm just telling you, there is no other way or excuse that some damn life coaching app would have my name that was on my card. You know what I mean? I don't even know if she knew that name. Okay. And that's the name that was in that email. So I don't have proof. I never, went through trying to get in touch with. No, I just know what I know, and I have no reason to lie. None whatsoever. And that sounds exactly like something she would do. I mean, hell, she supposedly stole a tube of mascara off of the base when Adrian was in boot camp or whatever, and they were staying on base, and she went into the I don't know what you call that when you go in and you can buy what do you guys call it, where you can go and buy if you're in the service. I should on the tip of my tongue. You know what I'm talking about. Only the service people and wives can go in there. So, and supposedly she was already out in her car. The mascara had fell out of the cart and on the ground outside. Somebody came out, picked it up, and they took her back in, and they charged her with oh crap. I have to refresh my memory. Hey, you guys, I haven't been looking at chat. Tell it as it is. Okay, I mean, I just know the truth, and okay, hold on a second. Let me see. So she is shady in the house, and I think that Adrian is too, and he helps her cover up the shit. I'm just saying. And then whenever she went up to the Johnny Depp trial, she got arrested and charged for defacing a monument. I'm just saying she did. Okay, so she was arrested by the FBI for theft. I'm pulling. Hold on a second. And she said it was for a tube of Maybelline mascara. I don't know. Okay, for embezzle. This is what it says. Uh, mm, let's see. That's the court papers. Says she was arrested by the FBI in Georgia. That's where they were stationed at, and she was charged with 18.641.m theft / embezzlement of U.S. property. Yes, that's right. So, do I think she's above double dipping and double billing? Absolutely not. And there ain't no way that was mascara. What I just read to you, theft of what did I just say? Of U.S. property. I mean, the government didn't own that damn mascara. Maybelline. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, sorry, nonsense. I'm like squirreling all over the place. So I need to like really not ever look at chat. But when I went back and read chat last night, I missed so much. And like, so I kind of hate not doing that. But you know me, and I get off, and I hadn't took my Adderall because I was telling y'all about that a while ago too. Yeah, ethics. Yeah, there's no way that she's ethical. She's not. And look, it's also out there that Adrian has, they got in trouble when they were in Vegas. She was selling under because they both become realtors, and something with he's with his realtor license and stuff. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. You can. It's all public record. And she did. That's right. She robbed a stripper. That's right. And look, has been accused of stealing pills from everybody that she's went and hung out with in the hotels. Just about at least 2 or 3 times she's been accused of stealing Xanax. And I thought she'd only been in rehab once. She said the other day on a live that she'd been in rehab 4 times. She said one time they were different kind of rehabs, but didn't know that. And that from her own mouth. Well, I used to be on something. I didn't start taking Adderall until I was, an adult. I never took it when I was younger. Uh, but I, you know, started taking it when I was older. Rhett's mom, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I know I'm so too blessed to be stressed. That's for sure. Yeah, she had those communities that get expunged. That's right. Yeah, I think that if you guys see older pictures of her, there's a picture that she sent me one time. So I have I had my pilot's license. My ex-husband and I, when we left Baton Rouge, we moved to Texas, Silsbee, Texas, Hardin County, and there was an airport that needed an FBO, fixed base operator, and my husband had his pilot's license and helicopter. We had a helicopter and an airplane and stuff like that. So the little airport in the town that his mother was born and raised in become available for needing a FOB. I mean FBO. So we moved there and started running the airport for the county. And we ended up buying a couple smaller airplanes, 150, 172, and we hired an instructor out of Beaumont, and we started giving lessons there. And so I started taking lessons. And anyway, I got my pilot's license. And there's like a couple, like I never, okay, so that my instructor kept telling me, it'll be like, it'll all come natural, because I never felt like, I was always nervous. Like whenever I got solo and he got out at the end of the runway and I had to go up and do 3 touch and goes and all that, I begged him not to get out of the plane. Well, please, please. He's like, you're ready, you're ready. I said, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. I mean, I grabbed him by the arm, begged him not to get out of the airplane. I never felt confident in myself. You know what I mean? He said, it will be just like it is driving your car. It will start feeling like that. It never did for me. Okay. So anyway, so I had got my pilot's license, and I had a picture, and this was, you guys, this was when I was in my 20s, my early 20s. I was a youngin'. But there's a picture of me with my husband and I flew somewhere, and we're both it was a Piper. We were in a Piper, a tail dragger, and we had our headsets, the big headsets on, and I always did the radio. I always did the radio work. And anyway, we have a picture, and so I sent it to her one day, and she turned around and sent me one right back of one just like with her and Adrian, and like look like the same plane and everything, her with a headset and all that. So, oh crap, what was I going? I was telling you guys this for a reason. I can't remember right now. Lord, Lord, they say it gets worse when you get older, and I am in trouble. Is all I can say. What was I telling you guys? Oh. Okay. So this picture that she sent me, I couldn't believe that it was. I mean, it was hard. Now she had some aviators on. She had Ray-Bans on, sunglasses, and she had, the headsets with a little mic thing that comes around. So, but she looked different. She looked so different. And then I saw another picture of her and him. It looked like they were at, like a, hmm, shit. Gosh, I am like, today is not a good day for me to be able to be vocal about, like a seminar or whatever. They're sitting in two high chairs and you can see them pretty good. He's the real, and she looks so different, you guys. Like she's most definitely had a good bit of play. I mean, she's just like her everything, her face. She just looked like a different person. I mean, she still, looked like a man, but she still, looked completely different. So whatever I was telling you guys that for. Carly D. I wonder how she. So I think Adrian. Oh yeah, that's what. I usually it comes back to me, you guys. But I think Adrian was enamored with her because she has said before that he chased her, that he wasn't her type, and she chased her. So, but I think over the years that I do think that he loves her, or they got so much shit on each other. It's, you know what I mean. He can't afford to get rid of her. I don't know, but you know, look, I've gotten a few ex-husbands in my past, so I'm not um whatever. I don't give a shit if they stay together, they split up, but I don't think that he is on the up and up so much myself. I know for a fact that he has looked into people for her and you know, gotten her out of some shit. So he's got friends that are attorneys. He's not one. Listen, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Mhm. Yep. This is off color and ugly, but I can't even hardly visualize them cracking. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mm-mm-mm. When she was talking about Mallory and who are being looking so manly or whatever, I thought, girl, you ain't got no room to be talking because honestly, a lot of people have thought that she. I'm just saying, when they've seen pictures, my brothers. I mean, a lot of people when they've seen pictures or whatever have asked me that if she was, I'm just saying, are all these are these all life coach YouTube? Tell it as it is. Don't get me lying. Don't get me lying on a Saturday. I don't even think that bitch is a life coach. She's a life roach, but she wants to tell everybody. And look, anybody can become one. All you got to do is, like I got ordained to marry two tacos and enchilada. It wasn't that hard to do. Hell, I could get a certificate to be a life coach just about as easy. Hey, Kathy, Sharon Biles. That nonsense. Anything is possible with that dynamic. Okay, tell it as it is. Barnyardhard@gmail.com. If you find out anything, let me know. And I'll be glad to, like, I have the screenshot also of that um email that come back to her. I have in I, but it was like a screenshot. So there was something clipped off of it. I can't remember. I look, if I do anything with her as far as legal wise, it's gonna be about her trying to slander me and about the pictures and all that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's most definitely got a checkered past. I think it's checkered. you know, and you know, whenever you have hate crimes and fashion, whenever people in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks. Is all I'm saying. She wants everybody to think that she's this, she don't buy Dolce Gabbana, and all that shit. And maybe that's all the kind of stuff she buys. But according to I watched Mallory on a live, she said her down. Not long ago, I heard her say that she couldn't wait for the people to get there to redo her closet. They were organized. She had hired a company to organize and put shelves and stuff in her closet. Mallory said that sew was not done. She said she, and she said they come to do it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's funny. I was thinking about, so when she used to, uh, when she first started her live with Molly Go Lightly, she used to do a drawing every week, and she did a giveaway, and she would, and it was a big thing. People could join, and she would write their names down and put them all in there. And however many times you join, I mean, you could. There was, like, I was a Patreon, and then I was a member, so there was ways to get your extra ways to get your name in there. Well, anyway, she would, auction off, like, stuff out of her FabFitFun box. If it's something she didn't want, she would auction whatever that. She would get like Sephora Ulta makeup and stuff, like palettes and stuff like that, just all kinds of shit. So she had these. I used to have. I mean, I got a lot of, like, jewelry, and when I worked, I wore different clothes than what I do now. I have a craft business here at the house, so I don't have to dress up or anything. But I don't dress like I used to dress. And anyway, she had these huge, and I can't say the word, Swarovski, however you say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Earrings, and they were. I'll show you a picture of them. Anyway, they were pretty, and if I was, going out to the nightclub or dinner or something like that, I don't. It would take a fancy function to wear them, Christmas party or something like that. So anyway, she pulled my name or whatever and sent me the earrings, and I'd never even put them in, never even wore them. Well, I was, when I first got, when I was going live and stuff, I had, me and Mallory House of Williams, we were on panel together. It was on a Saturday night, and I said, you know what? I said, I've got these earrings that Sloppy Molly had, that I won, and I'm gonna, I think, do a giveaway or something. And I went and got them, and I showed them. And Mallory's like, bitch, what are you talking about? Those would look good on me. So I sent them to Mallory. Well, whenever we had our little, when we fell out or whatever, we quit being friends or whatever. I sent her a text one day, and I said, well, so anyway, she didn't want, so look, we talked publicly about me sending her the earrings. It wasn't like it was a secret, or we tried to keep it from Sloppy Molly. But I don't guess she ever heard about it. If she did, she never. And listen, she's so, like, gets upset about shit that she most definitely would have been butthurt if she, had her, especially the way she acted over the freaking turtle dove. But that she regifted. But anyway, I almost, the other day, whenever this shit happened with her, Mallory, I almost did a community post and said, I just have one question. Does she know about the Swarovski, however you say that, earrings? But I didn't. It's just kind of like stirring the pot too. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can. Swarovski dangle earrings. Let's see. So anyway, she said that she had a pair just like them. Okay, here we go. Let me find there. I'm gonna say gaudy. You know what I mean? Like, you would really have to. Okay. Oops, okay, here they are. And they say on here $115, but let's see. That's not them. Hold on. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they cost her. Man, those are beautiful. Those are some pretty ones on here. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you ever want to get some jewelry that you will be happy with, Silpida, Silpida, I think. I went to a jewelry party. I was living up north. It was many years ago, probably 25 years ago. And it was one of my girlfriends. And I bought a lot. It's okay. So it has a lifetime warranty. The jewelry does, like, has a lifetime warranty on it. And golly, some beautiful freaking pieces. Like, I got these rings. I mean, I've had the 25, 30 years. I've got several. I got a bunch of bracelets. So these I wear all the time. Take them off when I have to have whenever I've had surgery or whatever. But it has been the best jewelry I have ever had in my life. I've had a lot of jewelry. The Zapata, and they got a lot of turquoise. They've got beautiful, beautiful bracelets, and they're not on the cheap side, but they're not on the expensive side either. I don't think they're fairly priced. But anyway, Zapata. If you guys ever like get into, if you're into jewelry or if you want somebody to buy you something, I would suggest picking something up from there, and it is, you won't be disappointed if you like silver. I think they have gold stuff too, but I used to wear a lot of gold, but I'm a silver person now. I mean, I have some gold and some rose gold, but okay, let's see. Oh, well, no wonder. Ding-a-ling. Oh, let me go. I've made my screen big while ago, and I can't see it. I'm fixing. There we go. That slang. Okay. Has never tarnished a woman. No, never tarnished. No, never tarnished. And I don't never take it off. It gets beat up. I mean, it's gotten bent. A couple of them have gotten bent, and I've had to, I almost couldn't get them off. I'm gonna go grab a couple more pieces. I got on my dresser. Hold on. Okay, so this is one that I usually wear this one with that, but it kind of goes in, and I'm see how when I tell you is I get bent. I mean, I've got a little wrist, but it's definitely not round anymore. But it's kind of like looks like a buckle. I'm telling you, I think it was like $300 that night when I left. I had drank way too much wine, and then I got this one. Now this one, if you don't wear it and it stay, sometimes they look at this one. Look how bent that one is. But you might have to take a silver polishing cloth and like polish them up some, but the ones that I keep on, I never like uh, you know, polish them when they're on me. Gigi positive. Hey, I hadn't seen you in a while. How are you, babe? Let's see. I do too. I don't know if you guys ever watched soap operas, but there used to be one, and it come on after Days of Our Lives. It was called gosh, I loved that show. It went off the air, but there was a girl named Frankie on there, and she wore lots and lots of bangles. I always loved that when I was younger. Uh, Gosh, it's two words that starts with A, right on the tip of my tongue. But I love like listen. And my husband, whenever he goes to bed at 5:30, he goes to bed early, and I can't go to bed. I'll lay down with him until he falls asleep, and then I get up and do stuff. But he says, "Babe, you got to be quiet." And I'll be in there like hanging the shirts up out of the dryer, and I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm not saying anything." He said, "I hear you jiggling." I wear house shoes. I can't stand walking barefoot, so I'm either flopping with my house shoes on, or he can hear me jangling. You know what I mean? So I used to wear more, but they really jangle. Hey, Shauna, how are you, beautiful? All right, so I'm gonna anyway, I just like wanted to talk about, I'm gonna do part two on that video that I did just so I was thinking about clickbait. I don't go on and do the hashtag like I could, you know what I mean? I just don't put that much effort into the lives. But I thought, I could do clickbait, and I could put on that video from yesterday, something about my when I started my period. I don't know about me putting the ketchup in my coat in the panty liner. My husband said, "Did I hear you?" He asked me this morning. We were talking before he went to work. He said, "Did I hear you talking about your panty liner and ketchup?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Babe," and I said, "What?" And he said, "You're crazy," just like that. And I said, "Look, it's my story. It's uh my puberty." I said, "If it's my story, hey Kay, how are you? Hey, Miss Ann." I said, he said, "I don't care. Do whatever you want to do." He said, you're crazy." And I said, "Yep, I know. I've been told that a time or two." Hell, I even told my tapeworm story on here one time, or maybe a couple times. Uh, I'm always barefoot now. I can't stand to be barefoot. My mom always wore house shoes. And I guess that's what I do. I keep my floor clean, but I can't stand to walk. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys what I did when I started. I watched this live about this is about arts and crafts. So you can buy these things from Walmart, these glass bead things, and you put them in the. Let me see, how do you do it? Yeah, you get it in the skillet. You can put them in the skillet. If you want them crackled, to you can break them and make small crushed glass. You take those things you get from Walmart, the little people put them in aquariums and stuff like that. Anyway, you put them in a skillet and you cook them dry, and then you put water on. I can't remember the process, and then you put them in a towel while they're hot, and you take a hammer, rubber mallet or something, and you beat it, and it whenever it causes them to crush easy. Well, you guys, I'm a ding-a-ling, but let me just show you. My husband comes in and I had like three different colors of beads. I wanted clear crushed glass. I wanted some blue. Anyway, I had three different red ones. And anyway, I right down here in the middle of the floor. And so I had them in a towel and I had the mallet. I was here beating my husband coming in from work. He's like, he said, "What are you doing?" I told him. And he told me, he says, "Why don't you do that outside?" He's like, you can break the ground on the tile. And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, I don't think I'm hitting it that hard." So couldn't tell anything then. Well, I don't know, about 3 months later, I was walking through here one night and you can hear it. So in that area, you guys, the damn ground. So I don't know how you repair that. I guess you have to I mean, the tile didn't break. I just broke the grout underneath the damn tiles. So when we put this tile up here, the backsplash tile, I never do this again. That we made a deal that I would grout. He hates to grout. That I would grout, and he would, I did not know that the damn grout is in between every. Oh my God! It was all night. I didn't go to sleep all night. I stayed up. That was a pain in the ass to grout that all those little cracks. I don't mind if it's a bigger piece, but yeah. So I ought to be a pro at grouting, considering I had to do this kitchen, the whole backslash. I love me some K Smiles. How are you feeling, babe? Yeah, twin thing, girl. I have to tell you, I was looking, girl. Y'all want me to tell you put it one? I'm just saying. Some people don't like hearing it. Some people don't mind, but I'm just saying. My ex, when I was living in sin, he, oh my God, he hated for me. He says, "That's so freaking embarrassing." I said, "Look, it was my butt, it was my tapeworm, my story. I don't know why it embarrasses you. If it doesn't embarrass me, why in the hell does it embarrass you?" I mean, Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, Kate, y'all keep her in your prayers. She's been not feeling good for a while now, having some issues. So, okay, so early when I made that $1 million spaghetti, you guys, that time I was live, in my, squirrel self, it calls for half sausage and half hamburger meat. And so before I had hamburger meat in the freezer, so before I left that day to go to the store to get the sausage, I had the hamburger meat thrown out in the sink. So anyway, I'm live talking, running flapping my jaws, and I'm telling everybody that I bought the freshly ground. I bought some Jimmy Dean and then freshly ground. Anyway, I fix it, we eat, and I'm cleaning the kitchen up. And I take the dishes to getting ready to run the sink. I have a dishwasher, but I hate using a dishwasher. And there my damn hamburger meat was still in. I was like, what the? So I had all sausage. I put the damn Jimmy Dean and the freshly ground sausage in that spaghetti. It was fine, but hello. So I was telling him, I said, "Can you believe that it was all freaking sausage?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "You can't live and cook." So I measured out my flour and my dry ingredients before I went live today. So I've got to just do we're going to do it's called, what's this? You can do it like blueberry jello. You can do whatever kind of jello you want, but it was called a strawberry jello poke cake. But I didn't have strawberry. I have cherry lemonade, I think. Oh, cherry limeade Kool-Aid from the Sonic. Is you got to mix it up. You pour that anyway. You poke holes in the cake and you pour uh, the wet Jello over the cake, and then you put it. Cool Whip. I don't have Cool. I'm gonna make some. You put that over the cake. Put it in the fridge. They say if you let it sit for 24 hours, let it marinate, and all the juices flow together, that it's a lot better. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we won't wait 24 hours before I have to. I'm just telling you that right now. I know enough to know that we won't be waiting 24 hours. So my husband just got home from work. Okay, let me show y'all these damn earrings while I got it. They were somewhat like these. No, they weren't. Hold on. I got it pulled up right here, so let me go ahead and look. Let me go see if the door's locked. If you guys go to the rest, go to that. Well, I'm gonna type that jewelry name in chat so you guys. They've got some beautiful, like really unique earrings that Zapata I was telling you guys about. Oh, cancel that. Okay. I think it's. I don't know how to spell it. I think it's something like that. Let me see if that looks right. That looks kind of right. You'll get it. It'll come up. Oh, I didn't see that super chat. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, whoever pointed that out. Gosh. Hey, Poppy. I'm live, just FYI. Whoever reminded me of that, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that because I sure missed it. Anna, thank you so much. How was your day, babe? So, did I tell you last night that Sloppy Molly? Okay, yeah, I did. I told you after you went to bed that she had put it on her Patreon that she's gone and then waited 4 hours before they listen to this shit. You ready for this? She put the Patreon this morning that it was really all a misunderstanding. The cancer hasn't even spread to her mother. So all that shit, she is got a special place in hell waiting on her. Don't you know? Yep. I mean, would you lie? I would. I know you wouldn't, but who would? That's bad mojo, and not to mention you're a piece of shit person. It's not living life right. No, it's not living life right, baby. You'll get. She gets as good as you give, huh? My sister said, "I wish I had just a little of your energy, but I don't always have energy. You know what I mean? My brain goes faster than my body can go sometimes. My mouth. Oh, okay. So did I put that in chat? Yeah, I did. I was going to get this so I could see. I was going to show you all the damn earrings. See, Hey Smalls kept making me forget. Hey Smalls, I got the computer baby up on that thing. I can't find my little rack thing, so be careful when you come in here. It's not real stable. They're kind of something like this, you guys, except they hang down a little bit more. They were like gaudy. So, okay. All right, let me wash my hands. I opened the windows, babe, because it was, we turned the heater on before you left this morning. But I opened the windows because I got hot. But that wind was blowing a while ago. I kind of thought about shutting. Well, I shut the front door because
it's 44 out there.
Is the rain gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so okay. So whenever you do it, this is kind of like this, like a sponge cake. So if you I always have my eggs at room temperature. That if you want it to be like fluffy, a cake to be fluffy, you want your eggs. It's imperative that your eggs are at room temperature. And you beat that in your. I always beat my sugar and my eggs together for about 10 minutes before I fold in my dry ingredients. But I also, okay, and it calls for oil and water, but I use milk and butter in mine. So and if I make a chocolate cake, instead of water, I substitute coffee because coffee and chocolate are like peanut butter and jelly, go together real good. Okay, my sugar. So I was gonna make the Jello earlier before I was gonna make the Jello when I measured my dry ingredients out, but I got to thinking, you got to pour it on the cake while it's in runny form, so so if I made it, it would probably start to set up because I don't know if it sets up unless you put it in the refrigerator or not. I don't hardly make Jello, just Jello like that. I gotta look at my recipe because I can't remember how much sugar. I think. Oh, hold on. Do you guys like to bake? Oh, what are you gonna do, babe? Are you gonna Have you checked the weather to see if you can put your fertilizer? We were his mom, you need to fertilize our grass and stuff, so you need to wait, is it needs to be raining. We put lime out first and then fertilizer, right? Yeah. So anyway, we put lime on ours the other day, but we didn't put the fertilizer out and it started raining. We didn't do it. So his mom, you know how older people are, they want it done yesterday. So, she lives right down the road. So anyway, he was going to go do it yesterday, but the bottom fell out. So you just never know, you know what I mean? Because you can't put it on there and then it not rain, it'll burn your yard up. What you looking for, Papa? Your box? The white one? Oh, shoot. Okay. Ugh. Did Emma text you or call you? She's been blowing my phone up. Okay, let's see. How much sugar? Love you. I was gonna say you didn't even give me no kissy. When you come in, he always gives me hell and say you didn't even give me no sugar when I come home. And a lot of times I do, and he just don't remember. He doesn't. Okay, he didn't half-ass pay me attention. I'll be talking and telling him stuff, and I'll be right in the middle of telling his ass something, and he breaks out and starts telling me something that is completely, I don't know. And so I told him, I said, you want to know why you don't ever remember that, or say I didn't tell you? I do tell you. You just don't freaking listen. And he's like, yes, I do. So we go back and forth with that all the time. I said, you don't listen to me? He said, yeah, I do. I said, no, you don't. But damn, you guys. So anyway, I thought to myself, well, I could tell him that I kissed him. He wouldn't. I said, you don't remember? I already kissed you, whether I did or not. You know what I mean? Do you ever do that shit, or is it just me? My mom. So my mom always fixed my dad's, or whatever we have dinner. She always fixed his glasses, tea or whatever we're drinking. And if he needed to refill, she'd get him refill it. We did things different. This generation, you know what I mean? But not if you're at my mom's. And so whenever Mark and I, before we got our little cabin up there, we would stay at my mom's house. But she smokes, and at the time, my sister had not moved in, but she smokes, and I mean Mark smokes too, but he goes outside. Most people don't smoke in their homes. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know. My mom still does. So anyway, she said, oh my God, my purse, everything smells like it when you leave there. But anyway, before Mark got to know her real good, he was going to get in the shower, and she said, she looked at me and winked, and she said, Mark, let me know if you need your backwash and I'll go in there. You should have seen it. He looked at me like, what the fuck? And we just died out laughing. I said, babe, she's freaking kidding. But she shit. Oh, I'm trying to multitask here, do something else. Oh, crap. Okay. But anyway, she says we'll sit down at dinner. She's like, Betty, get up and fix, get him a drink. He needs another drink. And I said, Mama. Okay, so Mark, he drinks his beer when he gets home. He likes to drink his beer. Well, he don't like to eat, okay, until after he's done drinking, and then he eats. I don't drink beer, so I don't, but mom likes to eat and be done with the kitchen by 5 o'clock. And well, Mark, I mean, if he's off and he's on holiday or vacation or whatever, he don't have to go to bed at 5 or 5:30. So he will, and then when he gets ready to eat, he eats, and then it's time for bed. But she call him in here and get him to eat. I said, Mama, he don't want to come in and eat. He's not ready to eat. Well, fix his plate. Have you fed him yet? Oh my God. I told him, I said, would you fucking go in there and eat so she will freaking get off my ass? I mean, she looks at it like I'm not taking care of my husband, and I said, he is drinking. He does not want to eat, Mama. So I cannot wait when he got the little cabin built for us. I was like, thank God. So we don't have to look, she means well, but it drives me crazy sometimes because I'll cook dinner and he don't want to eat until he's through drinking. And I'm hungry by the time dinner time comes around. So we usually very seldom do we eat together because he'll eat before he goes to sleep. But whatever, when I'm hungry, I gotta eat. But I said, you're getting me in trouble. My mom thinks that I'm freaking not taking care of you. Okay, what was I freaking looking up, you guys? Oh, how much damn sugar. See how you guys do me? Y'all make me get sidetracked. Okay, let's see. Damn, Big Joe. I've got so many windows open. When my screen's open, when my niece gets, every time she sees me, she takes my phone and starts closing out stuff. Okay, a cup of white sugar. I got you. I got you. These are some homegrown rooster bullets. Some butt nuggets, baby. These ain't from the store. These are homegrown butt nuggets. So if you usually a recipe will call for 2 eggs or whatever, but if you put three makes it have like a more cake-like consistency. And then if you want to fluffy, gosh, that's an orange yolk. I love it when you see it like that. You know that's a good old homegrown yolk. I don't know if you can see it without me spilling it. The orange. I've watched these cooking recipes where these people on YouTube, they make these jiggle cakes in China or Japan. Have y'all ever seen that? They are like that thick, and those, oh my God, I'd love to try one of those jiggle cakes. But anyway, the eggs that they use, their yolks, man, they're almost orange. I can't, that's crazy. I don't know how they get them orange, but I mean, what kind of feed they give the chickens for them to be that rich, you know? Or maybe they're not chicken eggs, they could be duck eggs, I don't know. Okay. I should have had this shit going when I was up there talking shit, huh? Okay. All right, let me do a little bit of look at this. Off filter here. You guys have a kitchen at one of these things. My beaters or whatever that don't go all the way to the with this bowl that come with it. Don't go all the way to the bottom of the middle. Now my niece's does, but I don't know. I wish it did. Might not. Y'all hear that? No, I don't hear that noise. Huh. Well, we're just gonna go with it. Y'all tell me when 10 minutes is up. Okay, look at this little bitty mason. I love mason. I feel like mason. I love me some mason jars. I love mason jars. This is a little ball. Isn't that the cutest little thing? So I have to tell you guys, I 2000 and let me see, can't remember. I went up in subscribers. I got 2,200 now. I had like 2017 of last month, 2017 and 2,200. So that's a pretty good bit, huh? Yeah. Okay, I gotta check what looks like to see. Hey, babe. Sloppy go lightly. Hey, come here. You got. Come see. Look, what? Listen, it's like it's off kilter. Like when it goes in a certain rotation. You see that? I've checked everything and I don't Only don't do that. Make that noise. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's okay, Mom. I
That little big beer thing, everybody got this.
coffee trying to. Yeah, I don't know. I normally, yeah, I gotta use it for the cook whip, and then after that, I'll just put it up. Maybe it'll be better next time. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Ooh, shit. The whole lifetime cutter is killing me with the big top. Okay, so you guys, did y'all's mixer just have by any chance? Oh, I'm cutting out. Am I still cutting out? Probably because my damn mixer got the. Woo. Yeah, I love it. A poke cake. Uh, I made one a couple weeks ago. It was a chocolate cake, and I poked those, and I mixed up pudding instead of Jello. Instant pudding. I used French vanilla instead of regular vanilla, and so I poked the holes. I did the chocolate cake, and I poked the holes, and I put those in instead of anyway. I mixed up instant pudding. And I put something else. Oh, did I put the ricotta in there? I think I put some yogurt in it. Yeah, I put yogurt in with the instant pudding, and then I poked the holes and I poured that over it. And I didn't do. Oh, I know what I did. I did made a little cream cheese frosting, just cream cheese, powdered sugar, and a little bit of milk, and I put that over the icing. But I didn't wait. I didn't make my icing thick enough, so it kind of like went in the holes like the damn pudding. So it was still fine, but it didn't have like an icing on top of it. So oh yeah, she's been working. Marissa's been working. Well, for, you guys all know that if she oh well, look, if I can cook it in my little toaster oven, I don't. Oh, I got to turn my oven on. Oh shit, my mama would whoop my ass. I've had that oven. You guys, she hates me preheat. She says I preheat it way too soon. That damn oven's been preheated before I even got live. Well, it goes, so it's gonna be 350 when I get ready. You know, whenever I was growing up, I don't know, my mom and dad my dad was a man of the child of the depression, so he would when we would have dinner, my mom would give us paper towels. She didn't buy napkins, we would get paper towels with our plate at our plate. And my daddy, love him, he would fold his up into a square, and he always wore these shirts that have like snout on, like the western shirts. He wore those kind of shirts, and they have pockets on them with a little flap on it. He would put his napkins from dinner. I love that man. And he would put them in his pocket. His pocket always be. He would keep candy and toothpicks in this pocket. But whenever he would have to go to the bathroom, he would only tinkle in the house. You guys, this is no shit, no lie. He would go out. I mean, we had 85 acres. He would go outside to poop. If he had to go poop, he would go outside and he would use his napkins from dinner or breakfast or whatever to wipe with. And he just did not want, and the reason he did that is so he wouldn't have to flush the toilet so much. Truth. Until he died. And you could always tell, okay, so I had this, it's a cross, and it had "In God We Trust" and all. But my dad he was, what do you call it when you have OCD? Big time, like almost like debilitating OCD. He carried that with his pocket and his keys. He had that cross. He would take it out every morning. He would kiss it front and back and say a little prayer every morning and every night before he went to bed. He would take it out and do that. And I mean, he had two that I know of my life growing up, but they would be so. It was whenever he passed away, it was so thin you couldn't read the words on it. It was like stainless steel, I guess is what it was made out of. But I got it. My mom gave it to me, but I ended up giving it to my niece that's with me all the time. That she's in her 40s. Her and my dad were real close, and she carries it in her wallet. So, but he had little rituals, and he drank out of a juice glass, a small Dallas Cowboy juice glass, and it had Cowboys on one side, and then it had a star on the other. And no shit, you guys, my daddy, listen, he would get him some water out of the sink, because he didn't open that refrigerator unless he had to. He would sit that glass down. He would line that whatever. He would line that the cowboy star with something on the by the sink, and he would back up. He may do that 30 times until he got that exactly like he wanted it. And when you go past my mom, you look out the kitchen window and the barn. You go up the road and my brother's place and the barn, and that's he lived in the barn. When he would come from the barn, there was a path, a trail, and no shit. We would stand you could stand in the kitchen window and watch him. He would come through, and he had where he walked up there. He wanted to make those same steps, and he would come. And if he thinks he got off, you could see him. He would back up. No shit, you guys. He was almost it debilitated. Bad OCD. And we always had growing up. We always had a gully like behind on our property gullies. We didn't. If we had trash and stuff like that, we'd just take it to the gully. Big deep gully, dump it in. Well, whenever 911 come through, and they put 911 in, they started having, they had to pay for the trash. They had to do trash pickup, and so they started charging, charging, and oh my God, I mean, my daddy was he worked hard for his money, and he didn't like, spending it unnecessarily. So he would bitch and tell mama, you know, we I shouldn't have to do that. But I mean, look, EPA, they fly over your property, because we know somebody that got fined like $70,000 because they weren't they were still dumping on their own property. They fined them like $70,000. I made an example out of oh shit, my ankle. I made an example out of them, and oh Lord. So my daddy he covered the gullies up so he wouldn't be tempted to to dump in there. But anyway, he did not like people telling him how to spend his money. And anyway, what the hell was I telling y'all for? I'm telling y'all this for. Can't remember why I got up on telling you guys this, but it'll probably come to me more than likely. Did you guys hear? She was talking about she had to make a $4,000. She had to put a $4,000 charge on her credit card, and had got it up to something. She said it's never been that high. What was the $4,000 charge? Did she ever say? I never heard her say, but hell, ain't no telling she could have been lying. You know what I mean? Could have been lying. And if you if you don't fold it in, I'm going back to the cake now. If you mix it in real hard or whatever, you want to do this as least many times as you can to keep it to be fluffy or like sponge-like. It'll like get compacted. So Martha Stewart taught me how to fold stuff back when we used to be friends and hang out before she went to jail. Hey, babe. Is that your mom? Tell her I've got dinner. I'm making dinner. I'll bring her some when it gets done. My big spatula. I guess you could use a cake mix, probably a box cake mix to do this. I don't know. I just mixed it from scratch because I didn't have nothing but a chocolate cake mix. So I know it would have to be a yellow or white, I'm sure. Okay. I'm gonna turn my water on. My Kool-Aid, let's get it boiling. This reminds me of like pancake mix. You know how there's still some like little balls of flour or whatever, biscuit mix or pancake mix. You know, whenever 9/11 happened, uh, that's when I feel like that's when the Food Network, all the cooking channels kind of like took off, and that's where I fell in love with Paula Deen. Had to have all of her cookbooks and all that. But you know, I guess it's because we are on cable streams. Of course, I don't want her to watch TV anyway. But anyway, the cooking channels, you don't really see. I guess I don't know. Do you guys have TV, regular TV? We stream uh, Sling now, so we don't have like regular TV. So I don't know if they may still have cooking channels. I don't know. But let me just tell you, if you ever go to Savannah, go to I guess they still have the Ladies in the Sun. I guess it's still open. Paula Deen's restaurants. I know they had opened another one up, and her son Jamie was running it. But if you like Southern food, or if you've never had Southern food, I would say that Paula Deen would be a good one to pop your cherry on. Okay. I cut my dang finger on a can, inside of a can the other day. Oh, it grosses me out to even think about it. I hate a cut. If I ever get murdered or killed, I hope they don't stab me or use a knife. Oh, I have such a, like a snake to me. It's like a terrible phobia of being stabbed with a knife or something. Okey maybe rinse this bowl out and I'll use it for my jello. Oh, I gotta get my dang Goodwill going, baby. Oh shit, I bet it's frozen. I put it in there. Shit, Big Joe. Frozen bigger than shit. Supposed to have it real cold. You're coming of your grain. Lord, I'm gonna put it in that water. I put it in the freezer a while ago when I turned the oven on to preheat it. It's cold, all right. Shit. Oh well. It is what it is. We're gonna see how it turns out. That's how you find out if shit works or if it don't work. You know what I mean? Make mistakes. God, that smells good. Cherry limeade, cool Jello. Oh my God, I love the way Jello smells. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. I wish I went live on my phone. Whenever me and Mark, you know, we dated in school, high school, or when we first got together, he's so crafty. He's like really crafty with his hands and stuff, thinking of things to, oh shit, what to do. So we were sitting outside in the yard one night, and he said, he looked up at the tree, and he said, would you like to have a swing? Because we have two swings. We call it the swingshawary out there, like wooden swings to sit in. But he was talking about out in this tree. So I'm gonna upload some videos. So he spoils me. But anyway, I rigged up this. Somehow I put this big chain or stuff up in the tree, and he put me a sheet of plywood and hung it from the tree, and had a blanket, a Mexican blanket on it, and it was on hanging from four corners, and I would get on the plywood, and he would get and push me. And anyway, it was so fun. Like he would push me so high I could see on the roof of our house. So it has evolved from the sheet of plywood to a hammock chair now. So now we just have a big chain and stuff hanging out of the tree when we don't have a swing or something on it. And so all my nieces, the little kids in my life have come over. You know, they love to come and swing. And so when my nieces them come for Mardi Gras holiday parade, uh, we went to the parade stuff, and we come back here, and I didn't even think about. Oh, that's good. I already warmed up. Shit, probably too much. Anyway, I didn't even think about the chain, you know, them wanting to get it open. Sorry, I didn't let it see. The kids realizing they can't. There was nothing hanging up, just a chain. I didn't think about them wanting to get in it. You know what I mean? So Mark had work that morning, and so by the time we got back from the parade, he was eating dinner, and he was just to go lay down because he had to work the next morning. And he went back to the bedroom, and I guess he saw Micah, my little 8-year-old nephew. He come in here. We were sitting at the table, his mom and my sister-in-law, and I wish I had a towel. Oh, want to get it chilled. Anyway, he said, "Oh, I need to make drinks or something." I'm gonna chill my bowl. Okay. So anyway, he said, "Come here, babe. I want to show you something." And he's standing here looking out the window. And my nephew, I guess, had asked Mark. He talks like this. He said, Mark, will you?" That's how his little accent. He said, "Will you hang up that?" And Mark, I guess I told him no. So my nephew goes out there and he gets 2 of our lawn chairs and stacks them up. And he's teetering in one of them, and he's got a rake, and he's got the hammock in his one hand. He's trying to get it on that damn. And I said, "Bless it." I said, "Baby wants." Anyway, uh, I said, "Mark, will you go? Will it be a lot of trouble to put that hammock in there?" He went like this. Mark went like this. Oh, and I said, "Look," I said, "don't come in here and show me that my baby's trying to swing if you don't want me to." I said, "Forget it. I'll go do it my damn self. I'll get the ladder and do it myself," because he knows I would have. So he went and did it. And my niece, Micah's mom, whenever he went outside, she said, "I think you pissed him off." I said, "No, I didn't piss him off. He just look shouldn't have showed me." So anyway, they lived. I'll have to show you guys. Let me see if you guys can see it. Y'all see it out there? Well, that hammock swing used to be a big old sheet of plywood and a blanket on it. The videos are sweet of Mark and I. But so I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know where the rope and the stuff is where it's always been. But when I first started swinging, I was a lot skinnier. So now I got in it the next day after my nieces and them left. You guys, I'm going to say it because I'm, no shame in my game. Freaking my ass drug the ground. I went down so far because I have to have help getting in it because it's, I guess it's up high. But when you get in it, listen, yeah, I could push myself just with my feet because they were touching the ground. I thought, Lord, I got to lose some weight. I said, "I think that damn thing is stretched. That shit is stretched." He said, "No, it ain't stretched." He said, "It's chained. It can't stretch. It's not rope." I said, "Well, I'm just telling you, there's something that tree limb is like, shrunk, come down." Hey, Shell, how are you? Yeah, Mark. And anyway, my nieces and nephews I'm talking about, they are just into everything when they come. You know what I mean? One goes one way, one goes the other. Anyway, we were getting ready to go to the parade. I had cooked lunch for him, and Mark and his son was outside working, and he had a fire built, and they were burning some stuff. Well, Micah had went out there, and all of a sudden, I go and check to make sure they're not in anything. Well, one's in my studio, and the other one's in here on that thing that you get in if your back hurts and you hang upside down. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, they played on that, and Micah was whispering to his sister when I went back there. I said, "What are y'all whispering about?" They were in my bedroom. She said, "Micah burned his fingers." And I looked at Micah, and he's like that. He said, "Don't tell my mom, I her be mad." And I said, "Why would she be mad?" I said, "Let me see." So he burned like on these 4 fingertips and then the thumb, just on the finger. And I said, "How did you burn yourself?" And he said, "I was picking up stuff." He said, "I was having Mark burn stuff." And he said, "I was picking up stuff and throwing it on fire." And he said, "One of them had already been on it." And I said, "Well, babe," I said, "it's not that bad." I said, "I got some burn cream." He said, "Don't tell my mom." He said, "She'll be mad." And I said, "Why would she be mad?" I have no idea why that. I said, "Because it's not like they spank him." You know what I mean? I said, "Why would she be mad?" He said, "Don't tell her." So anyway, I gave his sister the stuff to fix his little fingers up. And so later on, Mark and I were talking, and I said, he told me, he said, "I didn't ask you." I said, "I know you didn't." He said, "I kept telling him, Micah, leave that alone. You're going to get hurt. He said, I figured whenever he shagged ass and come in the house and didn't come back out there, I figured he'd done something, but I didn't know he burned his fingers. So I come in here and Brittany, his mom, looked at him. She's like, what's going on? And I said, burned his fingertips just a little bit. I said, they're not, it's not bad. I said, but he don't want to tell you because you're going to get mad. She's like, so I got him to come in here and I said, Micah, I really don't think your mom will be mad if we tell her. So anyway, I told her in front of him and she said, come here, let me look. But I couldn't figure out why he was like so freaked out about why thinking she would be mad. Probably because we had not left to go to the parade yet. And she probably didn't, he thought she'd get mad at him and say that they couldn't go. Oh shit, let me check my milk. Heavy whipping cream. Couldn't go to the parade. But I haven't been to a parade in I don't know how long it's been since I've been to a parade. So, you guys, I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. The parade started. They threw out. It was crazy. The floats and stuff threw out boxes of boxes of moon pies. The little mini moon pies. They would throw whole boxes out instead of moon pies. Top ramen, like noodles, they would throw out 6 packs of noodles. Plastic cups, little drinking cup. I couldn't believe it. I was like, so she said, will you grab them a bag, each of them a bag? Because we didn't bring one because they live up at where our cabin's at. So I ran in here and got some bags out of my thing from like you get when you go to the grocery store. Well, we of course, but by the time the parade started, Micah had done tore his bag to pieces. So he was putting all this stuff in a lawn chair that we had. Well, one of the floats come through, and you guys may know about, I don't know, I don't go to parades, but I couldn't believe that shit. I don't ever remember getting nothing like that. I mean, they got beads too, but anyway, he was putting all this stuff in a lawn chair, and one of the floats had cardboard boxes that they had their beads in, and they just threw them out like at an intersection down below from where we were standing. So they went and got 2 of the boxes. Let me get this one in and I'll come tell y'all. You know, I can't chew gum and walk. Yeah. Should I use the wheel to make heavy cream? The paddle or the wheel? The wheel probably, huh? That looks like about 2 tablespoons. The wheel? Yeah. I'll look and see in just a second. I can't always. Damn wheel again. Gonna be making noise. Maybe it's the paddle. I'm gonna look at my messages here and see what. You don't know? Whipper or paddle? Nobody, y'all ain't told me yet. Do I use the whip or the damn paddle to make the heavy whipping cream? I don't know what's going on. I have to get that Kool-Aid mix up. Jello, I mean, I'm gonna pay attention to the chat. I don't want to get the cake from the oven, but I didn't set the timer. Okay, let me see what's going on. You guys, so somebody's talking about wanting to go live. Okay, so let me get over here and pay attention. Let's see what's going on. Go back to the chat. So Justin is this currently he's saying there's nothing they can do but comfort care? Is that currently? And listen, you guys, I don't think she would mind. Is Zero Filter Jewel still in here? I wanted to uh, send her an email and ask her, talk to her about this before I told it. But, you know, guys, she's got a story, a Sloppy Molly story. And I'm going to talk to her first before I tell it. And maybe she'll let me play a video that she, I think, got on private. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And she was a Patreon, and she did her like awful. Molly said they were, oh my God. Okay. So, yeah. Getting a will together. Okay. First of all, they were going to make her power of attorney. First of all, if her mother is not of sound mind, they're not going to let her do a damn will or that's ridiculous. That's bullshit. That's another story. I'm sorry. You got to be of sound mind before you can do it down. And don't you think her mother would have done that already? I mean, I don't know. I just think that's a lie. Another lie. Bullshit lie. No, they don't care. You know, like two tacos and an enchilada, they threatened or said that they, you know, unalive themselves. One of them did. Anyway, the other one tried to carry it. It gosh, such an insult. This is after COVID, you know, when the mental illness is at its all-time highs with people. And, you know, if you, whether you have or you haven't personally had an experience with rope and, you know, hanging or any kind of you know, unaliving yourself, it's not cool. And so for somebody to lie and fake it, you know, it's just so not. Yes, she does seem desperate for money, you guys. And uh, I've got some. And look, Walter, she said, couldn't. He didn't know that she was paying her mom's bills and all that. So I don't think she is because he goes and sees her mother a lot more than she does, and they talk about stuff. So yeah, yeah. And the father, absolutely. The husband's going to get the shit. Then when he leaves his will, then that's when they. But it don't matter what. You know what I mean? If she's married, then the husband gets the shit. Who she thinks she is, power, and they're gonna make her power of attorney. Whatever. He's got a business. He is he's a strapping man. I don't know if y'all saw pictures or whatever, but he's not a feeble man. He's a strapping man. I say a strapping blue collar man that owns a business, has a business. I don't know what. Can't remember. I think it's a concrete. I can't remember what kind of business it is, but it's a blue collar business, and he owns it and has employees and all that. So absolutely he would be the one that it would go to and that would be able to, you know, handle the shit, I would think. Why would she be, you know, she made the comment about her sister Dawn that they don't trust her financially because she had to pay for her both her divorces, her and Walter did, and that she's not good with money. Well, it sounds like to me Molly ain't very damn good with it either. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Good old cool will. I'm gonna stick it in the freezer. Let me see. Oh yeah. I need to make some more of that. Yeah. Okay, let me get back over here and see what's going on with my baby people. Uh, yeah, don't let me grab that cake. I ain't playing with you. Yeah, like you guys. Okay, so you know, I was in her Patreon, and I was also a member on both channels. And at the time, it was $19.99 for the Molly Golightly and $4.99 for the Live at Molly Golightly. And that come later on, the Live at Molly Golightly. So I was doing $50 Patreon and then the two things. But I could kick myself in the ass. You know what I mean? I could kick myself in the ass for even doing that. But anyway, um, yeah. Well, she's mad because she doesn't have the ability to just come right out and ask for it like uh Molly, I mean Marissa, you know, I'm talking about Hassel Williams. But you know, it's difficult to do that whenever you are bragging about buying your mother a $4,000 purse and spending all that money on sunglasses and damn red bottom shoes and shit. You can't talk like that out of one side of your mouth and then uh e-bag out of the other. They don't go hand in hand. You know what I mean? So you gotta make your mind up, bitch. You either gonna flaunt it and throw it in people's faces that you're, you know, or you're gonna freaking be a poor bitch, living from check to check like everybody else, you know. So you can't have the best of both worlds, bitch. I gotta find chicken. I mean, she is okay. Let's see. Yeah, let me see. Has any of them been live? Let's see. I hadn't seen. Well, she's not gonna be live probably because she's a freaking living. Her and Princess are probably two sheep. They are tits up, probably three sheets to a wind right now. You know what I mean? I'm sure drinking and getting ready to see Scott Bale or whoever it is that's you know, gonna be at the 90s con or whatever they're doing. I know what I wanted to play for you guys. Hold on. You guys may have seen this. I didn't until last night. Well, let me play you guys a little something. Have y'all heard? She just did this when she went and met Jay Shetty, the clip channels. I was thinking about, I don't know how to like clip shit together. I'm not that, you guys. Hold on a second. Let me just pull it up. Okay. Give me just a second. Okay. Hold on just a second. Okay. Let me just share this with you. Y'all may have already seen it. I hadn't. There's your screen. Fair use, bitch. Fair use. Okay.
Hello, this is Coach Molly, and I am life coaching for children, kids, teens for a little over 6 years, and mainly for adults. But now I'm here for kids.
Get ready to throw open your mouth.
To start this new channel, and I first of all want to welcome you, and I'm so excited that.
Hold on, guys. Randy Hammonds. That's not one of the twins. Is that the twins' dad or the brother?
That'd be their uncle.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, he had a heart attack.
Yeah,
he had a heart. He was a preacher. The preacher's brother, right? His brother's a preacher.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
David.
Yeah, David had a heart attack. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, here we go.
Mom or your grandmother introduced you to this channel. I'm going to teach you so much, and you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so excited to meet Coach Molly. I promise you. You're going to learn so many positive, good things. This channel to keep coming back. And I'm going to guide your childhood and help you make good choices for your life. And I promise you, I'm not going to let your grandma down or your grandfather down. I'm going to help you make good choices. I do have one child of my own.
Oh, okay.
He's such a good boy. And he's making such good choices right now in his life that it's such a joy to see how well that me and my husband have to get to his former almost 17 years. I met my former nanny, still my friend, 17 years ago.
Yeah, this is when she went to Jay Shetty.
This channel is to take my talents of making very good decisions in my life, trusting my instincts, and trying to make
not for nothing,
most positive decisions.
I see a video.
And not only helping adults, but knowing that I can talk to children in such a positive way. A lot of my son's kids come to me when they need a place to stay, or they need some sort of guidance, or
you guys,
they need advice. This has been happening for quite a few years. And since I've been successful as a life coach, I thought that I should maybe give it a chance, at least, of being a life coach for kids and see how it worked out. So it has taken me a long while to prepare this channel for kids. I wanted to do this also for the followers that have followed me and not only taken life coaching advice from me in their own lives, which could have been your mother or your grandmother, possibly your father. They may have seen a video, or they might have
almost
had a
over.
session.
I'm not kidding.
I've coached a couple of adolescents. I have a special way of speaking to children, and I do have a great way of speaking to them and really connecting with them. And I would like the permission from your parents to allow me to guide you through your life. And I would love it if you just allowed me to come and give you advice and just listen. And if you would just watch with your mom and or your grandmother or your stepmom or whoever your guardian is, I think I can be of help.
Guys, and there's her and JC. Look at her. You guys, freaking finale.
This is Jules, VP of a ketchup company, about to use Grammarly to handle a PR issue. Ketchup's not relevant anymore, but I just had some on my fries. That's not good for sales.
Okay. You guys, first of all, but comfortable. It's okay. So how you Google life coaching for children or for kids, and it's under a channel that's. Wait till y'all see her avatar. Did y'all see her avatar? It's even older than the damn green dress, and she's got mostly videos of Violet, and then it's that one introduction, and then there's one about her mother, the one that Justin played about her mother. The pictures, she's got a tribute to her mother. That's the latest one. Life coaching for kids. That's the channel name. You guys, I was freaking. Yeah, so there's y'all little. So if I was talented, I would do that potty mouth mom video where she's freaking, play what she says about how she some of that bullshit she was spewing, and then play her going off on yeah. Case Miles, you could whip that up real quick. I can get that off my damn screen. Where's my mouse at? Can y'all? I mean, that was cringeworthy. Well, I wasn't the only one that thought that, all right? And you guys may have seen it. She did it a couple weeks ago. Whenever she was, seeing Jay Shetty, nice hotel. Because she paid extra. I'm sure. I think that was the hotel that he had the seminar in. Yeah, the real estate, but not that picture is awful, man. That is, it's worse than the damn blue dress thing. I would not trust her with my freaking cat to life coach my damn cat. First of all, she's so you guys, she's so playing Jeopardy, man, as far as I'm concerned, because guys, if people just Google Molly Golightly and some of her damn videos pull up, and I don't know who in the hell would hire to freaking live coach. First of all, especially if they see the videos of how she's talking to Jake. Look, JT, hey, yeah, oh yeah. Well, okay, so on some of the there's another video on there. I can't remember. Let me see the other video, guys. It says, hold on. If you go to that channel, you'll be able to see it. She is talking about. Oh, let me see. Hell, I can't remember. You know how my memory is. Okay, let's see. So if you go to the playlist, no, community channels. What was it under? Videos. Okay, for my mother, intro, coach. This one I just played it, and then the rest of them are about pugs. Where is it? Where was that other one I saw? There's another one. Oh, if you go to, there was another one I saw. I thought on this channel. Oh, it's under the live tab. It's called A Trip Down My Son's Life. Shall we play it? Sure. Let's play it. I don't know. I didn't watch all of it because it was, I don't know what all it is, but we're gonna see. Oh no, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Let's see. Far I got with it. I can't wait to show Mark that. I forgot to show him that love coaching thing. Y'all didn't come and check my cake. Spiky, spiky. And I'm smelling it. Oh shit, bitch. Oh, it fell a little bit, but shit. It looks spongy green. Okay. Very, very gently. Oh, is it hanging? Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Don't mind me. I'm poking holes. Can you guys hear it? Okay. Oh shit, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't edit
boyfriend.
It's
to spend his kid channels.
Okay.
And
all right. Here we go.
Very strict. So we'll give one to
I can see it now. Fuck.
you.
It keeps.
And
Okay. Can y'all see it now? Put a 1 in there. It's too slow. Okay, Smalls, how do I speed it up? Do I go to the video playing? Okay,
Yes,
never mind. I
yep.
think I figured it out.
Well,
Shit.
you
Hold on,
want to know
guys.
something? Kid are
Okay.
strict. But there's like comments. So, but we can chat here.
Can y'all hear everything? Okay.
So I wanted
Leave
to
one.
say hi. And you're actually gonna really like this stream, and there doesn't even have to be a lot of people in here. But I'm thinking about doing this, and I figured since you know, I mean, everybody really could be a mod if they wanted to. As they should be, yeah, because this is like kids only, and I'm not even allowed to, you know, let one fly, as in, you know. But we're gonna actually see. I'm gonna actually show you stuff like that came from Jake's life, and you're gonna see Jake really, really little.
Wow.
Hey, Teeny, you're happy to see me. How was everyone's Valentine's Day? And did you get to see not only your husband or your boyfriend, but did you actually get to spend it with your kid and his girlfriend?
Listen, how she
I didn't get to spend it with
gives
my.
two
I got
shits.
to spend it with my kid. We always do a mommy and me once a week. I think that's important. I don't know if you have a son, but I think that the mother-son relationship is really something special.
Wow.
I think especially if you only have one son. I only have one son, so if you're watching this, hey Vix, if you have only one son. For me, I think that if you're just finding my channel, and I know that in the future, a lot of people will find me and not know anything about me. I am a mother of one, and I am a life coach, and I've had a few teenagers, very less than a handful, that I have life coached and been successful at, and they are happy, growing teenagers. And sometimes you will see that teenagers see, oh, you have 4 boys. Okay. Woo. See, I don't know how I would do with that. And I'll get to that in a second. I think that having one boy, there's a different dynamic with one boy. You get that one shot to be very, very close to them. And there's a special dynamic with that one boy. And it starts off early. You know how they say, daddy's little girl? There's not much of a saying for mommy's little boy. It's more so, hey, Violet. It's more so as, you know, what do they call it? A mommy's boy. When they grow into adulthood, when a woman calls a man a mama's boy, that's actually a derogatory term. And I don't want my son to head into that type of term. Oh, you're a mama's boy.
Something else.
That I would not like, because that would mean that he was completely dependent on his mother. And you know, I would yeah. Well, Sandra right here is very, very proud of that. She says my son is 29. He's still a mama's boy, and he always will be. See, I'm afraid of that, because back where I grew up in New Jersey, mama's boy was a derogatory term. But then again, in the part of Jersey where I grew up, it's a derogatory place to begin with.
Oh yeah, put strawberries.
So I think that starting this channel, there's no other channels like it. Because I did some research. There's Tony. I love Tony. I got so tired last night. And I love Tony. Yes. You'll not find another channel like this. And I feel when I looked into this, I see that I'm the only person that's really doing this. Now, what I'm about to do is something completely unique. As a life coach, I've given, I'm at over, I think it's 6,245 hours, 6,245 hours.
You sound so unprofessional.
Of life coaching.
Bullshit.
Life coaching adults.
I wonder if that's counting her Patreon that she lied about.
far less teenagers. I think that I should do a separate channel for teenagers, or
You
instead of a
think?
channel, just a specified group for teenagers. But we're going to start with kids. And what I thought that I would do
Hey, Saucy
was
56. Hey, everybody. I have
go
not
off
been
the
looking. I know
readings
that.
and just it's just a small book.
Yeah, he's 16.
And read off an excerpt of
Right,
a small
right.
book by
More than
Mr.
enough.
Rogers. Now, you probably think, why Mr. Rogers? Why would you do that, Marissa? Why would you do? Why would you
show
think
you a video.
Mr. Rogers?
She's doing live.
Well, this
coaching
is the
for
reason
kids.
that I chose Mr.
I
Rogers.
want you to hear her. She
Because
sounds so pathetic.
when I was young,
I was third level
Mr.
embarrassed
Rogers
for her.
was not a cool thing. But
Mr. Rogers here.
after
She's talking about
school,
Mr. Rogers here, guys.
I knew that the nerdy kids, the
Oh
kids
yeah,
that did very
Beth.
well
She
in
accused
life,
me
they
of
all
trying to hire a
would go
life
home,
coach.
and they would watch, Mr. Rogers
and
after school. And in my
what I've
adult
come
life,
to see,
I
Beth, were you in here a while ago when I said she was double billing? She's billing this life coaching app for her Patreons, putting their name, and they were reimbursing her for 30 minutes of life coaching a month. She was getting paid from her Patreons and from these life coaching apps. Yeah. Go back in my live if you don't know what I'm talking about, and I broke it all down. Okay. She's something else. She is a scammer.
and every time they would come out to Las Vegas for a convention, I would meet up with them. I still went to them after school, after everything. And they had one thing in common. They were all the kids that used to watch Mr. Rogers. They did very, very well in life. That I remember about Mr. Rogers.
Do I need to speed it up more? Put a 1 if I do.
It was his tone of voice. I remembered that when I had Jake. So I was very particular in what
Mario, most definitely.
I would put my son in front of.
I'll send you the
as far as
Mario, I'll text you.
I wasn't the type of mother that put my son in front of the television. Television wasn't very big for me. Television was kind of a babysitter, if you will, if I needed to have him in a playpen and I needed to take a shower. I did have a nanny.
Is that too fast?
Which
I
was
went
great
up
because my husband was deployed at the time. But if I definitely needed that TV, it was Mr. Rogers DVDs. It was a set. And I also
she's
had
soliciting people on her lives.
But that was when he was very young. When he was sitting, with a binky, when he was very, very small. And then I found
New York
DJ
to LA. She's big juicy, baby.
There was a show called Yo Gabba Gabba.
Thank you, Bama Cat. Welcome. Like a smorgasbord here. You never know what you're gonna get, sugar.
I watched the show Yo Gabba Gabba.
I was cooking earlier, but we're gonna talk shit on Sloppy Molly.
We need to watch this. I said, you know it. It was the coolest thing. It was the coolest TV show I had ever seen for a kid. And it seemed like I was asking other babies, other children's mothers. So you watch Yo Gabba Gabba? Oh no, I don't like it. You're obviously not a cool mother, because it was the coolest thing that I had ever seen. I don't know if you allowed your children to watch Yo Gabba Gabba, but it honestly was the coolest thing ever.
Yes, it
I never ever thought they could
lady.
take a child's TV show and actually make it cool to watch. It even had my old neighbor, Brandon Flowers, the lead singer of the, KILL. Somebody told her she had a boyfriend who looked like a girlfriend who I had in February of last week. Now, he lived right at the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry, Saucy 56.
And down that one block. They wouldn't say the group's name for obvious reasons. And they introduced him as Brandon and his friend.
She's very the Mr. Rogers stuff.
And I was laughing. I said,
yes, she's very serious. She's Mrs. Rogers, okay? Yeah, she's very serious.
It's a Kansas, which was one of my neighbors. I was like, did you notice that they didn't say the? She was like, yeah. So maybe that. There you are. Funny. Yeah, Yo Gabba Gabba was the best thing ever. So yeah, back to the importance to me when I was raising Jake. I really, really, really felt that one of the most influential things to me raising my son was the way that Mr. Rogers spoke and looked directly into the camera with that very low, soft-spoken voice of his, and how kind he was and how caring he was. And when you listen to that as an adult, he grabs your attention and he talks about being kind to others. And you're like, you think about it and it's like, wow, if only like the whole world listens, what a wonderful place this would be. But sadly, of course, we see that isn't the way that the world is, not at all. And it was very important for me to live under that rule with Jake. And as he got older and older, a couple of movies came out called Won't You Be My Neighbor? I took him to the movies to see that.
Exactly.
And I had to teach Jake that, it was very important to treat others
the way that you would be treated, and that there is nothing up for discussion when it came to respecting others, etc., etc. And it was tough. And the reason that it was tough for me especially is because I absolutely 100% was not raised in that type of environment. My husband was. But for me, it was a bit of a challenge. So I do have a book, and it's called The Teachings of Mr. Rogers. So what I will do is in every single video and every single lesson, I'm going to read an excerpt out of that book. And it's very short.
Okay, all right.
And what I'm going to do for each video,
you
for your grandchild, or your read that off, and I'm going to give my for your son or daughter, and funny. Yeah, you'll never. Yeah, back to the importance to me when I was raising. I really felt that one of the most influential things to me raising my son
the stuff you
was
appreciate that.
The way that Mr. Rogers spoke and looked directly into the camera with that very low, soft-spoken voice of his, and how kind he was, and how caring he was. And when you listen to that as an adult, he grabs your attention, and he talks about being kind to others. And you're like, you think about it, and it's like, wow, if only like the whole world listened, what a wonderful place this would be. But sadly, of course, we see that isn't the way that the world is, not at all. And it was very important for me to live under that rule with Jake. And as he got older and older, a couple of movies came out called Won't You Be My Neighbor? I took him to the movies to see that.
Oh my God.
And I had to teach Jake that, it was very important to treat others the way that you would be treated, and that there is nothing up for discussion when it came to respecting others, etc., etc. And it was tough. And the reason that it was tough for me especially is because I absolutely 100% was not raised in that type of environment. My husband was. But for me, it was a bit of a challenge. So I do have a book, and it's called The Teachings of Mr. Rogers. So what I will do is in every single video and every single lesson, I'm going to read an excerpt out of that book. And it's very short. And what I'm going to do for each video for your grandchild or your little one, I'm going to read that off. And then I'm going to give my interpretation and my advice for your son or daughter or your grandchild. And whether someone doesn't like me for who I am, or thinks that I'm not capable of giving good advice to children, I'm sorry, but you're absolutely wrong. I'm complimented almost on a daily basis for how wonderful my child is by the principal, by the teachers, by the fathers and the mothers that my son will date, people, friends, family members. You have done such a wonderful job with this boy. His manners, his grades, the way that just the light that this boy has. And I can't take the credit, and I can't take full credit for everything.
I'm glad you're saying
but of
that,
course,
babe.
as his mother, I have to take some of the credit. Being a life coach, of course, I have to take even more of a credit. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a bunch of 16-year-old boys running around that were a lot more like Jake? Absolutely. So what I want to say is, you want to know something? Get these kids in front of these videos and get them to listen. And I'm going to make these videos in order to be listened to over and over and over. Is this channel on YouTube Kids app? This channel is going to be for kids only. It's going to be aimed at kids, for kids. There will not be any, languages. There will not be any of that. It's going to be a completely different sourced channel. It's going to be under a different standard of YouTube, 100% pure. And I think that people will, after a while, give it a few months with these videos, you're going to see a real change in your children, in their behavior, in the way that they feel. And I'm doing this for your children. I'm doing it for their confidence, their self-esteem, for their choices in life. And I'm going to be gentle, but eventually I'm going to lay down the hammer. They have to know that they are responsible for their actions. They have to know that it's their choices in life, in the future, that they are responsible for. They need to know that they cannot depend on mom and dad forever. Now, just remember, all kids that watch this don't have a father figure in their life. There's some obstacles that are going to come in that it doesn't pertain to every single child. Remember that. And some children need to know that every child that they come across doesn't have it as good as them.
No shit.
But they have to be, they have to understand that if they're sitting at a table and a kid says, you know, hey, can I borrow a pencil? And their shoes are untied, or maybe they have holes in the bottom of their shoes. Maybe that's nothing to make fun of. Maybe their circumstances are a little different.
Wow.
Maybe it's not something to laugh at. Initially, they might think it's something to laugh at. Oh man, look at that. He's got holes in his shoes. Maybe they don't realize that that's
something
the
she
only
would
pair of
do.
shoes that they have.
You know,
Sometimes kids don't understand. They don't understand. Children don't understand what they don't see. Remember that.
I wonder if she got that from Mr. Rogers.
Maybe when you offer a kid that's not eating something at the cafeteria some food, you say, hey, do you want my half of my sandwich? And they say no. Maybe they're not saying they want it because they're just prideful. They don't want to say that they're hungry. Maybe they really are hungry, because a lot of kids do go to school hungry. Your kid doesn't know that. Have any of you ever told your kids that if you see a kid at school and they don't have lunch, to maybe go up to one of the faculty and say, there's a kid over there at the bottom of the table, at the back of the table, who's sitting there by himself and doesn't have any food? Because that's not allowed. How's the faculty supposed to do like that? That's something I'm going to teach your children. That's probably something you never thought about.
Wow.
A lot of parents tell their children,
She
what do they tell their
created the
children?
wheel, huh?
There's no such thing as the boogeyman. There isn't. What if their boogeyman comes in the form of their coach or their uncle or their own father?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
some kids interpret that as the boogeyman covered in blood or something like that.
My God.
Right? You never
Oh,
specified.
look at a cuckoo.
You never specified in someone doing something very, 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 very bad.
Mm.
I think something that we can also talk about is secrets. I know what you're thinking. Well, Coach Molly, I don't think that that's something that I want spoken with my child. Well, have you spoken to your child about that? Or is it too hard? There's a way to speak to your child about that.
Am I just late, or have you guys
speak to
seen
your
this
child about
cream of
secrets.
jalapeno? Never
No
saw it
secrets.
till the other day.
When somebody tells you a secret, and somebody say, hey, can you seek a secret? You tell your child to say, well, it depends.
I'm here. That's hilarious.
Depends on what the secret is. Known to be a tattletale. I tell my mother everything. Tell them that. Say, I tell my mother everything.
Poor Violet.
Good
Tearing
answer,
up the
Sharon.
food, huh?
Absolutely. These kids putting themselves on social media is not a good thing. And I know they want to be on it, but that's Snapchat. And they're all trying to outdo each other.
This has been going on since the, beginning. I mean, shit. She thinks she's
They're all trying to outdo each other.
telling something new. She's like Nostradamus, baby. Bitch,
Oh,
she's like
well, you want to know
Nostradamus.
something? You can't tell a kid to sit
It is more than
with the kid that's alone at the table. When it comes to kids that are sitting alone at the table, that is something you have to work in it. That's like a whole lesson on their own. That's a whole lesson that takes like a whole 10 minutes. You can't just say, go sit at them, because they don't understand why. Because they need to know why nobody else is sitting with them.
Oh my God.
You get what I'm saying?
It's so freaking pathetic.
That's the thing. And remember, kids that are young are looking for acceptance.
Remember that.
Like someone like us, when we get older, we don't care about acceptance. But into the high school years, they're still looking for acceptance. I mean, look at some of the people that are on YouTube. I mean, some of them are in their 60s, and they're still looking for acceptance. Thank you, crybaby. Thank you. I mean, it all makes sense, I mean, to actually give a couple of kids, or you never know it, the channel could grow the channel could boost over some time and end up helping thousands of children.
Boy, wishful thinking, huh?
Children, I think, want to know why I don't fit in. Well, the problem is they don't understand why they have to fit in. I think fitting in is kind of boring. Look at me. Do I fit in? No.
Nope.
Thank God. Do you see me anywhere on YouTube looking to fit in with any sort of group? No. That's why in this group, in YouTube, in that little
Mom, you
sector,
so right.
I'm at the top. That's why I'm like, dude, I'm amongst a bunch of losers. I got to find somewhere else to go. I need to challenge myself. I got to get out of here. When I bought my great-granddaughter's computers, it was explicitly for school, work, and home with the condition they access no other websites. Yeah. Did you, Navy vet, did you,
Sorry, you guys, I didn't know.
did you, childproof it? Did you make it so that there's special codes for you to get somewhere? It's Justin. Hello? I'm on my third channel.
Third? Oh my God.
My life coaching for children channel. Yes. Yes, I started it. We're live. What's going on?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, let me hold on. Okay.
I'm so embarrassed for her.
Did you do the restricted access? Society's mold. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people go a little too far. I mean, now we have all these things going on. I mean,
So
now we're getting a little too. Now I can't even catch up. I mean, when we have a society where, I don't mean to get political, but now even I'm confused. In the past couple of years, now we have, children who get to pick their gender in kindergarten. Whoever thought that we would be here? And now the children are confused and now they want to go back. So let's just share a screen and we're going to take a little, let's see where Marissa went right.
Oh my God.
And
You guys.
videos of
Right.
Shake. What do we have of Shake?
Oh my gosh. So this is when she's going to pull. You guys, she's so prepared.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh, they were looking for this. Oh my God, my friend was looking for this. Jeanette. She was looking for this. She's like, to find this. Share now. Oh, she's telling me she was looking for that. I was at a New Year's party on New Year's in Vegas, and she was telling me, Marissa, we got to find that video of us dancing to Michael Jackson. I just found it. We were dancing to Michael Jackson. Oh my God, I just found it. Stay on page. No. I guess we could play it.
So I guess she's got friends outside of YouTube, or was that one of her?
Look up.
Well, this has nothing to do with
Oh,
all right. That has nothing to do with life coaching, but that's funny because she was just looking for that. She said, Marissa, you got to find that video. It just popped up. All right. We're looking for pictures of Jake. What are you doing? Oh my God. How do you move it? Leave it. All right, there we go. Here we go. Is that Jake? Oh, this is it. So we're gonna see some old. There you go.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Now let's StreamYard. Are we presenting this? Can we see it? Can we see it? No. Are we? Can you see it or no? Present, share, Chrome, Facebook. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. This is Jake
So
Rizzetto.
just in case, we have 4 things what we're going to talk about in terms of.
Yeah. It's
Exactly,
important to know
Jesse.
1, 2, 3, 4 on a video. It's very important. You do not see the F word. When you say the F word,
All right.
Is that
Yes.
Princess?
He was afraid that he was going to say a bad word, and that's what he was saying. It's very important that if he watches a movie, that's what he was teaching him in this video.
Hey,
He's
Princess.
not allowed
I'm
to
sorry.
say any of those words.
Oh my God.
Okay. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. Freaking
Crazy, right? You gotta be careful, Princess, because he is a little bit of.
Where do you want to? Do I have your word?
Of course.
Oh,
What is the F word?
don't say
I'm
it.
never gonna say it.
And what does the F word mean?
Stop it. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. He was a good nanny, but he took it a little too far. That's why.
He still does.
James, see, James. Okay, here we go.
So her friend was looking for this video. What to make?
On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this
Chris
day
Taylor
our daily
looked up and
bread,
make two of
forgive
us.
us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Our Father,
He's so
who
sweet,
art in
isn't he?
heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Isn't he the cutest thing ever? I don't think that's Jake. Oh, this is when Princess taught him to ride a skateboard.
Yeah, when he was little. This is watch
Hey. His father was away on business. All right. Hey, we gotta go, guys. Hey, I'll be live on my second channel. Hey, you guys, I'm going live on my first channel. Dre is live. Dre McCray is live. Bye.
Wow.
Dre McCray is live. We're going live on my first channel. Bye.
You guys. What a piece of shit. That didn't look very life coachy, just acting like that. Can y'all, that bitch she is certifiable. Okay, so I need to know if it would be like, I would love to do a, my gosh, you guys, to warn people. You guys, can y'all believe she just, yeah, I know y'all can. I don't get it. Wow. Let me see what this was. Hold on, guys. This was, back. Okay, this was, hold on, I'll tell you. Okay. Oh, comments are turned off. So she's got the comments turned off on it. Okay. A second, I'll tell you when it was. Okay. So I think that was just like in February, the middle of February. Have you been in here, Ginger Likes Mom? Have you been saying? I have. My gosh. Wow. Okay. So this was a month ago. That was a month ago, and then the first one I played was 2 weeks ago when she was. You guys, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Gray. Okay, Gray. He told us. Okay. He told us to call later and said, "How y'all like that?" And I did. And some people. Oh yeah. So comment. Yeah. Of course they're turned off. Oh, I was going to tell you guys. So the other day, when I don't know what was going on. Hey, LB, she had made a couple of videos. It was when her and Mallory, was going out. I think it was yesterday, or the day before. Anyway, the day before yesterday. They were like short videos, and there was nothing on there. So anyway, I went under one of them. And I wrote her what I freaking thought. I said, you were the, biggest. I went off and she deleted both those little videos. I'm sure not because of my comment, but yeah, she don't like hearing what I mean, it's taken me a couple days to put all the stuff together that's happened between when Mallory went up there. I didn't know that she barged in Mallory's bedroom and then went back in her bedroom having like a meltdown, like the poltergeist in the middle of the bed with Adrian and Jay over Mallory's comments under her video. I didn't know all that. It all come together like yesterday. I felt it's a trip from hell, it sounds like. But she always says, I don't care, I don't worry about that. But obviously she worries about everything. You know what I mean? The fact she's trying to police Mallory's comments under her damn videos, accuse Mallory of going live and putting those videos up just so people could like talk shit about her. She is very insecure, it sounds like. She wants to make everybody sound like she's all got her shit, all this, and she's not. But yeah. All right, you guys, I've kept y'all on here long enough. I appreciate you all. And I'll take a pic when I cut into the cake. I'll take a picture and post it on my, I guess, community wall. But anyway, I might be back. You can't ever tell with that crazy bitch what else is going to happen. But they're going to be, doing the 90s con up and everything, I'm sure. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for coming in. And I think you guys rock. See y'all in the streets. Bye-bye.